truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. I'm reaching out, but all I feel is hollow. I wanna make you work, but all I do is make you worse. The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. I am your host, the man of the hour, the Coltiran, captain of this ship, and we're going to be going through some icebergs today, boys. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful evening. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Thondrian, my guy, I got to move you over. Hey, oh, actually, no. Bigger. Mwah, what a beautiful man. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Gonna be diving into patch 9.1, taking a look at the changes. The stash, I hope you like. The stash looks a little bit more emphasized now that the beard is shorter. Dude, I went to the same, I don't want to talk bad about, now you know what I'm about to say. I don't want to talk bad about the place I go to get my haircuts. It's a barbershop. They got me the sides just fine, the back just fine, the girl, because I don't have any guys doing, you would imagine there'd be a bunch of dudes at a barbershop. The one I have, it's just mostly these wonderful, beautiful women that cut hair. They had a new girl, and she's like, she was so like by the book about it, right? She was like very, very careful. When you go get a fade, like they just can sometimes just go with a pair of clippers and they just freehand it, and it just looks wonderful. You know, it looks like rustic, I want to say is the word. She went like by their book, exactly, like little by little, very meticulous. So it came out looking more like, I don't know, it's a little different. I mean, it feels good, but the beard, so like these parts that were longer, so it looked like I had a neck beard really bad. I already get to that point. I have a big thick neck, so it look like sometimes I have a neck beard, but it was like these hairs at the bottom were longer than everything else. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go home and do it on myself then. It was kind of weird, but yo, how you boys all doing? The mustache looks even more accentuated now that the beard has subsided. It's gonna take a bit before it all looks more uniform. How you all doing though? Patch 9.1, we're gonna be diving into it. We're gonna be looking at class changes. I can't get, there's not too many class changes, I guess. They really hit on a few set classes. So we're gonna take a look at that. Then maybe hop into PTR stuff. Oh, not PTR, on a town stuff. But how you boys all doing? We got ourselves Ionut, Anthony, Pasco, Image, Sandfin, Anthony, Sam, Kren the Beautiful, Mahendra. Is that what it is? Is that Mahendra? That makes you think of like a commercial locally here. Logan, Anthony, Isaac, Anthony, how you boys all doing? Welcome back, boys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Negby Rose looks longer than the goatee. Yeah, like I guess I was hoping they would keep this a little longer, but there's these hairs down here that end up getting longer than everything else and then start curling really badly. I was like, can you just like tone this down and then tone everything else down? And I think she'd made it tone down a little bit too much. Either way, dude. How you boys all doing, though? Let's get ourselves into the stream. We're going to be hanging out on PTR. We never opened our boxes yesterday, so I don't think we'll just open this at all this week. We'll just have to wait until the next week. But yeah, I didn't expect for 9.1 to come in as fast as it did. I'm also getting music up and running, dude. I'm actually a huge fan of this song right here. I just like how hard it goes at some parts. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like we listen to the same stuff here all the time, but I feel like it's a lot of variety, enough variety where it's like I can jive, I can vibe with it. Oh, look good. What's up, Emil? How you doing, man? I wonder if the Convoke leg is worth it in PvP. I don't know if that legendary is out yet. I'll need to peep it. I think there's like string, a blue post, oh no, Wowhead thing about it, but I don't think it's actually testable. It might be. My thought process is people are definitely afraid of Convoke. They'll interrupt it as soon as they can. They'll also have a trinket for Convoke. But if you're running that Lego, right? If you're running the Convoke Lego, then they'll trinket interrupt it. And then in a minute, when you have your stun back up, you stun them, hit Convoke again. It won't be as big of a Convoke, but if you just get lucky enough, it's a shorter Convoke. But if you get lucky enough inside of it and use your big hidden abilities, you can still have the same burst potential in PvP. Your bird is fine, Val. Your bird is fine. Yeah, glad you guys like it, man. Glad you guys don't hate it. Is it true that it'll be a classic Wrath of Lich King? Well, nothing confirmation, but I imagine like Vanilla was successful. If TBC is successful, which is probably going to be, I imagine Wrath Classic would be a thing, maybe with the next WoW expansion after Shadowlands versus Balance of All Things. Yeah, it might be better than Balance. We'll have to test the stuff out, but let's jump into PTR to test all these things. I want to test out Druid changes. I want to test out Warlock changes, Mage changes, mostly from the PvE side of the game. I need to... Oh yeah, from yesterday. I had it set up for Raid. And is it... This feels a lot more yellow. Can this go a lot more... less yellow? Which one of these? I got a new ring light. There's different modes. Okay, this is more... Is this... Wait, is this... No, it's not. This is a brightness. I guess I could turn it down a bit. Okay, this is more yellow. This is more like... I think I'm just pale. Just this side of my face reflects the sun. We'll work with that. How do you play PTR? You just download it. I have a video A couple days ago I released a video talking about new updates. It's also talking about TBC. In that video I show you how to get PTR. If Kren can find it and link it to you guys, that'd be wonderful. But if you just go back, it's literally one of my new recent videos. It literally showed you how to get PTR. It's from an older video back in like when Shadowlands was just coming into a PTR, like the pre-patch was coming into PTR. I showed you how to get in there. Follow that video. Yeah, there we go. If you guys go to that video and if you find it helpful, give it a like. It helps out a ton. I'm probably gonna have to be more annoying with this whole likes thing, dude. YouTube has been like, hey, can you remind them to like your goddamn videos? Thanks. Can you please remind them? It's been saying to me forever and I just don't do it, but maybe I should start doing it. Maybe it's good. So we got a lot of patch notes. These are the things we want to test. We got boomy changes, mage changes, priest changes. Rogue, we looked at rogue stuff yesterday. This doesn't seem that big. It's mostly PvP change. Warlock, I want to try that. Then we'll probably do PvP stuff. Like if Kren can get on PTR, we can try some PvP things. See our reaction with it. Oh, you guys actually, oh, you guys can, hold on. Okay, that's my bad. Encoding overloading. I hope it isn't. Where's the Twitch stream? Okay, we can remove that. Add-ons. Why do I have that? Okay, okay, hopefully it's not overloading anymore. Here we go. These are the changes we're looking at. We got balanced druids, mages. It looks like they even nerfing the single target though too. This is new. I don't think this was there yesterday. Priest changes, warlock, and I'll probably take a look at the on-town stuff too. I think that's how we'll do it. So I'm gonna put it on the side. I almost closed it. Let's start with the boomy. Is this the boom kit I want to try this on? I think it is. Okay. This should be my Nightfade guy. I love you, Dalaran. What's up, really? Hi, my man. Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's show us all the changes on Legos. Yes, I want to. I want to try them all out, and I'll make videos on them. So we either try them today on stream, or we'll do a video on them for later. So you guys will not miss it out. Trust me on that one. Yeah, Warlocks get a bit of a nerf. We're going to take a look at these changes, get our first impressions, and I'll make a video on them. Probably tomorrow's video is going to be the class PvE changes, the nerfs mostly. Not a lot of buffs, and I wonder what they could do in terms of buffs. I think they would need to do redesigns, dude. I think like we could go with some awesome redesigns. We could for live. Yeah, Boomy's got nerfed, but I don't think they're going to be all that bad. Like that's my gut feeling. I feel like we've had patches where a class gets nerfed for like the next patch, and then you get a bit of gear, you get a couple trinkets, and then all of a sudden you're miraculously still fine. I feel like we've had situations like that. I mean, Battle for Azeroth, we had that, but then we also had ASUS come in. There's corruptions come in, and that really changed the way the game works. So maybe this won't be as drastic, and maybe these are just hard nerfs. But we'll see. But my GM did say this yesterday. Hunters got nerfed by like, what, 10% in a specific field, and then they got a Lego interaction clipped. And that was enough all of a sudden for them to drop from like decent in log performance to like all the way down in log performance. Like monster ship hunters weren't terrible as an overall, they're still really good in raid, but that caused like a pretty big nerf in logs, at least in overall. So maybe it could have a much bigger ripple effect than we're not used to, because we're used to ripple effects being basically like a bit of a shimmer at most. All right, boomy change. So what is the boomy change exactly? Balance druids. New moon has a 20-second recharge. So it's 20 seconds instead of 25. Off the bat, I don't know if people are going to take New Moon. Have any of you guys even played New Moon in the last, like as a booming, in the last few weeks? Has any of you even touched this talent? Ever, actually. Like, it doesn't seem terrible as a talent, but it just doesn't seem strong at all. I mean, the damage it does is pretty good. Like a 2,000 hit here, that's a crit. That would be 1,000, 2,000, and then a 4,000. And if this one crits, it could be pretty hard hitting. The resources granted is also pretty cool. Like, this was cool back in Legion when it was baseline. And maybe if they added New Moon as a baseline talent, then maybe we'd see more play with it. 20-second recharge does allow you to get the back pretty quickly, though. 5 seconds faster, but it's still pretty quick. At least I would say. I remember back in the alpha and beta, people were talking about Fury of Elune. Wait, can I not swap until I get all 3 charges? Oh, no. Oh, I need to wait until New Moon is on cooldown. Wait. No, I gotta wait until 3 charges. That's kind of annoying. Fury of Elune calls down a beam of pure celestial energy that will do about 3,000 700, 870 astral damage over 8 seconds. So this one I remember back in the alpha and the beta was really strong. Do you ever give back to the fans? Do you ever give back to the fans like in giveaways? Is that what you mean? Like in giveaways? Or what do you mean by give back besides giveaways? Only in Torga has the power to let you choose the talent. Yeah, I guess so. It's not that great, was it? Like it has, I always thought it happened when this was arcane damage, then it had some potential because it was like, well, what if you use it inside of your lunar eclipse? But then they made it astral, so it's usable in any eclipse, which makes it easier to play, but it didn't become better. I remember if you were a Loon, a guildie of mine played with it, and back in the beta, he said that this was going to be really good, especially combined with Boats Lego, but this one even got nerfed too, so like, we'll talk about it in a sec. This was decent choice. Every minute you would line it up together with full cooldowns and you would have the most damage. And I don't really know. Solstice got nerfed. I don't know if Fury of Luna is going to be better though. You know, I remember this was good. And then in the end, he was like, we're most likely going to end up playing Solstice, but this has potential. Do people even play the current, any of these other talents in any of the raid fights actually? I guess we could see, right? Rankings. What about, think about Mystery Monks? They're not often seen. They're not as bad as people, as general community believes that they are, but they're not often seen. I feel like maybe they'll get some buffs where they can become better. They're not bad. They're like a really good throughput healer. They just don't have a GRs. And really right now, any throughput healer is not terrible, but usually just like one in a raid. But you could bring a Mystery River. You could literally bring a Restoration Shaman, who, since everybody's stacked together so closely, Restoration Shaman can easily heal everybody. You know what I mean? They're just slightly numerically better. Just very, very slightly. Very, very slightly. Boomka is okay with Starfalls and here. Yeah, but they're nerfing the Starfall though. That's how I'm looking at this stuff. Okay, in logs. Anybody play Mythics? Okay, Solstice for the single target boss. Solstice. And this is top, I think, talents for not top 10 players, but top 100 though. Maybe it's wrong. Hold on. Let me click it. No, this is top 100 and everybody's still Solstice. Top 100 parses. But then again, this is also parses too, so this is people really min-maxing it. It doesn't look like there's a single fight where you don't play Solstice, so they're just nerfing a talent that's like the baseline strongest for boomies. Yeah, so they're trying to buff New Moon. Solstice is a talent that make it so that your shooting stars fall 200% more often instead of 300% more often. Where Solstice was amazing is the ability to just AoE things down really hard. Like when you get into an eclipse. So like if we get everything here dotted, it's just nuts. Let's get into an eclipse real quickly. And then shooting stars. And you get a bunch of these stars falling. And that gives you a lot of resources really quickly. And by the time... yeah, so they're just nerfing it. I mean, you still get a pretty decent value out of them. But it just adds that extra AoE damage and resources though. Resources I think is where the biggest advantage is with Solstice, because shooting stars is a passive now. Isn't it? Shooting stars. Moonfire, Sunfire damage over time has a chance to call down Fallen Star, dealing a bit of astral damage and generate astral power. That astral power can be pretty big, especially with multiple enemies. So they're nerfing that quite a bit. Okay, sorry, was that a Discord message? So they're nerfing that. So this is gonna be what, a nerf overall for AoE for boomies? Aroma first rogue and WAD. Yo, what's make you play Outlaw? There's no way you didn't play Outlaw, dude. They were good in PvP. What do you think about if Dematerialize works like it was in a mob, it'll wreck the crits window for sub rogue? Oh, we'll take a look at that later. Yeah, Dematerialize for monks. It could be pretty decent. High for buffs in PvP. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see more of them. What's up, Batix? How you doing, my man? Okay. Your free Starfall from Unearth's Clear Vision, Rune Covering Power ignores Stella Drift talent cooldown? Wait. Free Starfall from Unearth's Clear Vision. Okay, so Stella Drift got changed. Let's first go over that. So Starfall deals 25% additional damage as it is on live. And allows you to cast while moving. But now it has a 15-second cooldown on live version of the game. And should we bring up the live version of the game too? I feel like we should bring up the live version of WoW at the same time, so we can have both versions of WoW to test. Should we do that? I feel like that'll be helpful. Maybe? Potentially? Okay. We should. Let me do that. Let me bring up the live version of the game because I have all these characters on my live version of the game as well. Most of them are parked in Elysian Hold or whatever. Greetings, what's up, Water? How do you, my man? Destruction Warlock, I think, is the still best spec. It might be a little better with the nerfs to Affliction. Like, my guild is kind of hoping that Affliction, like, let it rest, let it sleep. You know, let Destro come out and play for a bit. Because they just genuinely like Destro a little bit more. Like, one of them was just a Destro main for Battle for Azeroth, and it was just really good then. Alright, so this is my guy. I need to go park him in, like, I need to go to the Night Fae area. If the game doesn't crash, sure. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it crashed because I had the program with the model. What is it? The VR model. And 2 WoWs running while trying to record it. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay for now. Hopefully. I never even opened up a box, dude. We're gonna do that later. I'm gonna figure it out what I get after a while. This takes me back to Sinfall still. I gotta change the Hearthstone, dude. Wait, can't I go, don't I report to Moonglade or whatever? Dreamwalk. Yeah, isn't there train dummies in Legion too? Can I just do that? Isn't that faster? Maybe should I? Okay, I'll just go to the Night Fae area. I'll just fly. I don't know if those dummies scale or not. That's why I'm not sure. All right, so Stella Drift, cool talent. It's awesome on live. On live, what it does is increase Star Force duration. Oh, it actually changed it quite a bit. Increase Star Force duration by 2 seconds. Is damage by 15 and allows it to cast while moving while it's active. The problem with this one is it turns out it's really, really strong, especially with Soul of the Forest. Actually, no. Increases Eclipse, increases Wrath Astral Power generation by 50%, and increases Starfire's air effect damage by 150. Okay, no mind. I was thinking this nerfed your the cost of your Starfall, but it doesn't. I thought for some reason one of these changed that. But Stella Drift increases the duration of your Starfall, so you can basically maintain it all the time, and is damaged by 50% and allows you to move while casting. So here they made it a lot burstier by 10% more damage. Doesn't give longer duration, but it puts a cooldown on it. It lets you move while casting, but it's more like a burst AoE ability. That's interesting. So you can either have consistent, sustained AoE Starfall, and I found whenever I play Boomy and I drop down Starfall, eventually you just generate so many resources with your astral power. You can just maintain this constantly while even being able to Star Surge from time to time. So maybe this is like a way to kind of nerf it. Starfall deals 35% additional damage, allows you to free cast while moving. That's interesting, dude. You kind of adding a little bit extra damage to it to make it like a burstier AoE ability. But now you put a cooldown on it. You don't have as long a duration, so you can maintain it. I feel like the maintained version is stronger, because imagine if there's like a Mythic Plus and everything is just living for a while. That's just a lot of damage that it can stack up. However, if you have a situation like Stone Legion Generals where those ads come out and then die pretty quickly, they get nuked, there you might be able to Starfall, add a little bit of extra damage to the Starfalls. They're just hitting and pelting enemies a little harder. You get small bursts of movement, but then it's also like, overall, you just get less movement. Oh, I love this, dude. Look at that. I love the skybox in the Night Fae area. I love it when it does this, dude. The night falls and the shooting stars. That's just a boomkin somewhere star falling. That's how you know it, dude. All right. So this is the live version of the game. So let me explain to you what I've been able to do on my Boomy so far. If I just pull up dots on literally everything, I feel like if I'm able to get my rotation really rolling, I'm basically able to maintain my AoE constantly. Like, let's go for shooting stars. This is what Solstice, the 300% increase. So we Starfall, right? We can Starfall again, and we can still just, what is the duration? 10 seconds of Starfall, and I'm still just going through my rotation right now. Generating a lot of resources, and I can move the whole time while I'm doing it. And we'll switch to Soulfire now. Actually, let's redot things again, so we can get more resource. Dude, look at that bar. Look at that bar. It's just full again. I can maintain Starfall forever and move constantly. Like, I really don't feel like I ever need to just... This is a live version, by the way. And that's what I'm talking about. I have so much resources now. I can almost refresh the Starfall and get a free Star Surge in there. Look at this. I can get a Star Surge in, and I'll definitely be able to get a Starfall before the end of the night. Like, this is just so, like, constant movement. The amount of damage you can do to things, just constant pressure. constantly raining down on things. And it's not really difficult to maintain it either. Except I'm missing sunfires here. So this is the only time when I haven't been able to maintain it constantly. Let's drop down trees, and if I pop celestial alignment and even convoke, like, I'm just gonna be full. I'm just gonna be set. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, this is a lot of AoE pressure. So imagine if you have 5 targets that live forever. Just look at the resources I have. I can literally Star Surge and I'll have enough resources just to maintain this thing. I still have whole 8 seconds of this. I think that's what they're really trying to fix. Because you could just stay like this forever. You know what I mean? You have a link for your music? I do have for this mix, yeah. Here we go. So this is the PTR version. We could try doing the same thing, right? Let's try to set it up in the same way, right? We'll get our dots, we'll get the pets, everything. We'll dot these guys up. This is exactly the same setup, right? Exactly the same playstyle. We're gonna go Starfall. We got an Eclipse. Stars should be shooting for longer. We can move while casting. And now we're just kind of out of Starfall. We have our burstier Starfall. It did a bit of damn. I guess now we gotta reset up our dots all over the place. So it's gonna, I feel like it's gonna, they tried to slow down your rotation a little bit so you have more of a setup with your Starfalls. And you have intermittent movement. While in live, you can just move forever. Yeah, so now I just basically have to go back to setting up dots. Where normally I'd just be able to Starfall immediately, extend the duration of all those active dots again. So maybe this is gonna be more like, it gives you movement, right? Maybe it's supposed to give you like movement for a little bit once you get your big setup, once you get Eclipse. And this gives you like a bit of a burst AoE opportunity. I don't know. I think this doesn't feel as strong as live for sure. Like the movement and the damage is burstier damage, sure. It might have a little bit more of a skill cap to properly set this up. That's one thing I'll give them, is it might be a little bit harder to properly set it up, and you might be able to get more damage out of it. But I don't really know. It's a lot harder to do. It's a lot less free-flowing for sure. Because it feels like I have to be a little bit more careful with the dots and refreshing dots. Like this is where I guess I would want to refresh the dots that are about to fall off, like all that. And we'll go for another moon, another eclipse. Refresh our dots a little bit. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do this. Yeah, this is a lot jankier. This is definitely feels a lot jankier. Let's go for an eclipse again and Starfall. And now I gotta refresh my Sunfires all over again. So maybe you'll have to change up the rotation to be a bit more dot management heavy, but yeah, this is a lot less fun. I guess is the best way to put it. Jimmy's getting a bit choppy? Oh, okay. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, this thing is choppy. Okay, hold on. What if I do... Okay, we'll actually just have to... I think we'll have to leave the live version of the game. Yeah, I think it's just getting too choppy. I don't think I can actually do that properly. Okay, so this is good to know for sure how things work. I think, what if anything, I might need to bring up a Wowhead version of all these abilities. And look up, like, what the live version of these abilities looks like to compare. Might be the better way to put it, to do it. The buff warriors in PTR, did they? Like recently? Today? Or... I don't see anything new. I see Legos. But right now it looks like they're adding a Mythic Plus score similar to Red IO score. Do they have anything... Okay, so they are adding, it looks like they're going to be adding a Mythic Plus score into your into your WoW integration, by the way. Looks like they're going to be adding a Red IO. Kind of like a gear score. They added an item level. They're going to be adding a Red IO score into keys. We're talking about new legendaries yet? No, I just taking a look at boomies, testing them out. Testing them was different between live. Okay. So that was, so overall, I feel like this is overall a nerf in AoE, but also a nerf in smooth playstyle. I wonder if people are going to take Twin Moons just so you can have an easier time dotting things. Stella Drift could be okay in some situations. I feel like the trade-off is worse, but that's just my opinion. I don't really know. It's so easy on live to just run around, keep Starfall. It's just hilariously easy. So your dots, you would have to be more micromanagement on dots. That's gonna hurt in AoE, dude. That's gonna hurt in its multi-dot aspects. Because it's so easy just to set them up and get 3 starfalls, and then you have to redot 3 starfalls to extend it, and just let it fall. It's just, I don't know. I think you'll just basically not play this. You wouldn't play Stella Drift if you want to maintain dots. I think it would just play like Twin Moons or something. Let's see how Twin Moons feels on PTR. So we got a multi-dot. We got multi-dot here. I'll go for these bad boys. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. I convoked. Oops, I convoked again. So we just got a Starfall. It's not going to be as hard-hitting of a Starfall, but we'll see if you can maintain it. Yeah, so you basically would want to do the plant your feet Starfalls, I think. If you want to just have all those dots rolling forever. Yeah, so you'll have to be a little bit more careful in how you run your Starfalls. I think that's a fair way of explaining it. Yeah, so you could have that same playstyle, just minus all the crazy cool mobility. Like, you can still do the same thing you do, you just have to plant your feet. So you will be able to do, like, very, very similar damage, it just you won't have that movement aspect. Yeah, I don't know. This... I guess maybe they thought, you know what? Boomies have it way too easy with the damage they do. Let's try to see if we can curb them a little. Moving while doing crazy AoE? Nah, fam, we can't let you do that. So you will still be able to do good damage in Mythic Pluses, as long as you don't have Volcanic spawning under you, I guess. Because you can maintain your dots for quite a while. Like, you can still do it. You will still have good damage. I think you will still have, damage-wise, you will be pretty close. But it'll be a lot less of, like, a fun play style. I guess it's not bad. How do you get the yellow health in the enemies? That's an add-on. Oh, like this? That's a baseline UI for WoW. This is baseline for WoW. That's not an add-on. This is a PTR, and this is no add-ons in PTR. Which is why I love having my UI that I have, because I can go to PTR live without having to, like, worry about all the bars and everything. Yeah, so this isn't that bad. I guess you would run Twin Moons, but Stella Drift might have some potential. But because you can't change Starfalls, I'm personally not a fan. It could be good in burst AoE, it could be good for mobility, but moving around while maintaining your stars, that part, gone. Okay, another thing, they free Starfall from ONYXIA Clear Vision. Star Surge has a 20% chance to make a Starfall, 40% chance to make Star Surge free. So Starfall from ONYXIA ignores Stella Drift cooldown. Wait, so does that mean you'll combine... Does that mean for... Okay, so maybe they would just want for you to run different talents in Mythic Plus. Because with this Lego, Star Surge has a 20% chance to make a Starfall free. Starfall has a 40% chance to make Star Surge free. So basically, that ignores this cooldown. So you can still have a strong Starfall. So I think that's what they're trying to do, is now you might be able to combine... I don't know if that'll be good, because in keys, right? You have a... Okay, that's another thing we gotta check with Boomies, is just how strong are your legendaries. Because they're also trying to make the Lego of boats a little bit less good. This is the Lego, Bounce of all things. Now grants 24% increased chance instead of 40. And increases 3 every second instead of 8 every second. El Capitano, my man! Yeah, we looked at it yesterday, yeah, man. Nice. Oh. I cannot play that song. It is copyrighted, my guy. I'm so sorry. Upset about the Frost DK PvP talent. Finally got the full Black Plate. That's awesome. I want Unholy DK Outlaw PvP Rogue and Fury Warrior upgrades, but probably only Unholy DK will receive them. Yo, hopefully we'll get some upgrades. Yo, can we get a hashtag El Capitano, my man? My man, I'm so sorry. I can't play that song. It is copyrighted, and the stream could go down if I let it play. We've had scares with it before. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm so sorry. Deepest apologies, my guy. I literally can't. Thank you so much, though. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm gonna have it muted for the time being, though. No, don't worry, don't worry. It's just I'm gonna play it safe on my end. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I wish we could play whatever we wanted, man. I wish we could play. Yeah, I appreciate. No. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. You're fine. You're fine. I'm sorry, because you donoed. I'm sorry. Thanks so much, man. Settle says you got Twin Moons and Stella Drift, now a dead talent. Stella Drift is a dead talent. Does he think it's that bad? I mean, Telos plays Boomy, but also I know some friends that meme on Telos. I don't personally have any opinions of Telos. I don't watch him enough. But yeah, I could see why he would say that. I don't know myself if Stella Drift will be that good. Just from like testing it myself, like the fun aspect of Stella Drift is gone. It could be good in like burst AoE situations, but if you're gonna burst AoE, like Star Surge is really good for burst AoE. I never thought of Starfall as good burst AoE, you know? But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Starfall I always thought as a good, like, constant AoE. I guess if you really want to burst, like, you would just go Moons, right? If you really need a burst. Or maybe Starfire after you Giga Charge it with Star Surge. I don't really know. So yeah, they nerfed boats. I want to see how strong balance of all things will Boomy. Like, how far ahead as a Lego is it? And this isn't perfect, right? Using Blood Mount isn't perfect for testing. Oh, you can see it's ahead. It is quite a bit ahead. So I think what they're trying to do is nerf this a little bit. What about an AoE? Hold on, can I just go to hero damage? I like hero damage numbers. I think hero damage looks really clean. And they're usually pretty close. I think it's easy to read hero damage for me. Druid. Except for icons, apparently. Yeah, so boats is quite ahead of everything. Like, that's a pretty... What about in dungeons, though? Primordial apparently could do AoE? Hold on, Hectic Adcleave. No, this is Hectic Adcleave. Wait, Casted Patchwork. Boats is quite ahead. Even in Hectic Adcleave is quite ahead. Yo, hero damage has like different talents you might be able to run. I don't know how good these are. Where is that other talent they're buffing? Oneth. Dude, Oneth is so down to the bottom. I guess they're trying to make this one maybe a little better. I don't know how good it will be. Maybe if you can get back-to-back procs with Oneth, that could be good. But I wonder if Primordial might be better with the changes to balance. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think still you'll run this in single target. In Cleave, apparently Pulsar is really good with this set of talents. Maybe it'll be the time for Pulsar to come back. Maybe it'll shake things up and Pulsar will be a little bit better. Because then, I mean, it seems really good here. But I don't know. That's only if you change your talents. Why is it so high up when you change your talents? It just shoots up. Really? I guess this is a pure single target setup, isn't it? With Star-Lord. What profile do they run here? Because you can also see the profile. Yeah, this is a pure single target. I don't think that's what people run for. This is maybe pure single target, but I don't think that's what people actually run in like most cleave fights, like SLJ and stuff. Or keys. I wonder, dude. Yeah, so Boomies looks like it's overall a bit of a nerf. Fire Mage will be okay. Yeah, let's take a look at the Mage right now. Now, my Mage isn't Fire main. We can get the Lego for Fire, just test it out, but we're not a Fire main by any measure. So just letting you guys know that ahead of time. Is it Dal Magus? Okay, Magus. We'll go with Dal Magus. And we'll probably take him to Ouroboros, and then we'll get a Lego for Fire Mage so we can test it. Doesn't have great gear, so it's not like we're testing raw numbers. We're just seeing like the changes. I don't have much to compare against. Yeah, I don't know Boomies will actually be completely dead in the water though. Like, there's a lot of classes that are getting nerfed in here. Mages, Balance Druids, Affliction Warlocks. But I don't know. I feel like Boomies might still be really, really good. In raids, you're gonna need a Boomie anyway, right? In a raid. Like, the only class that brings an in a raid. Trees, still really good in keys. Typhoon, still really tanky. Still good damage, you just can't move while running. Which might limit you a little bit. But I don't know. It might make Elemental Shamans a little better, because they still have movement while AoEing. But maybe we'll have a new legendary with Stella Drift, potentially. Not saying you will. Capitano, my man! How you doing, my dude? Want to get glad about suffer finding people? What about you? Planning to get it? I don't see... Or I didn't see if you already did. No, I have not gotten glad, Capitano. Okay, we got a hashtag El Capitano chat again. My man for the 5 more bones. Wait, what is this? It's a Russian song? Show video. Is this copyrighted? I don't know if it is. Russian songs could still be copyrighted. I have no idea. I must play it safe, my man. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much. I haven't tried to go for Glad. No, I've been busy killing Danny. Another passion I'm on is here. I would love to go for Glad. I just need some friends to play with, dude. I don't want to sit there pugging. I'm sorry. I don't like pugging. I really don't like pugging. It makes me want to play the game less. I don't know. It's maybe just me. I really don't like pugging. So let's go and get the Lego for Fire Mage, just so we can have the AoE Lego and everything to play with. Well, not the AoE Lego, but like the Lego people are running. The one that's like Arcane, Frost, Fire Hit, Fire Spell, and you do a lot of fire damage. I'm not great at it in AoE, but we can at least like try it out. I don't think so. It's a remix. I appreciate it regardless, my guy. I appreciate you, my man. But I'm just gonna play it safe just in case. Even remixes can sometimes get copyrighted. Because I used to use a lot of like remixes. I thought back in the day when I first started YouTube, I was like, well, what if I get a remix of a song? It'll probably be okay. No, the original copyright holder, or at least the label, can still claim it, even if it's a remix, because it uses samples or parts of the original song in the mix. So they don't care. They basically don't care. So it's not a, like, you think you know the rules, and then you realize apparently you don't. Apparently either you don't know the rules or they're playing by whole nother rules. So I'm again gonna play it on a very, very safe side. I appreciate you, my guy. I really do appreciate support, but I cannot. I can't. What do you? Actually, let's go crit Versa, and it's a ring when we need. Let's get some Soul Ash. You know, all care, not sure what I want to play. Lol. Swag. I play. Try Hunter. Try one of the casters, man. Mages are fun. Warlocks are really fun. Death Knights are a lot of fun. Rogues are a blast. Hunters are still enjoyable. I'd say Hunter is always a good ult to mess around on. I think they're Versa crit, right? Maybe Haste? We'll go Haste. We'll go Haste. Just because I think I don't have enough Haste on this character. And I think Versatility is one of the better stats for them. Maybe it's Mastery, but I think it's Versa. I see all my mage friends going for Versa regularly. We have a couple Legos in this guy, and this guy we gotta put in the fire too. And we gotta test the kindling change and everything. I play Boomy. Boomies are a lot. Druids are really fun. Haste Versa. Okay, well I got a Haste Versa, so perfect. Disciplinary Command. Thank you so much for letting me know. Beast Mastery. BM might get better in patch 9.1. It probably will scale better with secondary stats. Right now, Marksman has been the stronger spec, unless you need movement. If let's say the new raid tier is all movement, then Beast Mastery is gonna be like by default better. Yeah, this guy does not have that great gear, so it's not like you guys are gonna expect huge Fire Mage AoE. I really just want to test the changes. And I believe that this is the build you run for Mythic Plus as well as raids. Maybe you wouldn't run okay, you probably wouldn't run Flame Patch. But we are gonna try Flame Patch because that's one of the things that got nerfed by 10%. So overall, Fire Mages have gotten Flame Strike damage reduced by 10%, Flame Patch by 10%, Kindling now gives you 1 second CDR instead of 1.5, which is probably gonna screw a little bit with Combustion. I am not Night Fae on this guy, as you can see. You actually can't even swap to Night Fae in PTR right now. You can swap to Necrolord and Inventia, but you can swap to Kyrian or Night Fae because of the NPCs that kind of bugged in that way. Because you gotta do the quest line before the reset, and that takes a long while. And then once the reset, then maybe you can swap. But doing the quest line just to swap, that's a long while, dude. That's like a whole hour with the quest, I feel like. So let's test out some of these changes. So they're nerfing the CDR and Kindling down to 1 second instead of 1.5. Dude, I need to talk to a Fire Mage main on this one. How bad is this, boys? Swag, do you play Fire? How bad is this? Do you guys play Fire? I checked, it doesn't have copyright. Okay. Sometimes the labels go after you, even if it doesn't, though. That's why I'm on the extra careful side. Yeah, I'm just basically deathly afraid, dude. So is this bad? Is it just... It probably still is going to be the go-to talent. Or is Pyroclasm and Meteor looking better? What's up, mate? What's up, Plumbus Plumber? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Alright, mages. So, what else got nerfed? Infernal Cascade Conduit. Can we actually get the Infernal Cascade Conduit? Shouldn't there be a Conduit guy over here? So we need to just plug in the Conduit even. I wish I could boost my renown to max in this character so I could test everything. But might just have to... Oh, is he not over here? Is the Conduit guy? Wait, did they put the Conduit guy in the room finally? Because the Conduit vendor used to be like over there. Maybe they put him in the room. Hold on, look for a big Tauren in a tuxedo. That's how we'll know we'll have a Conduit guy. Unless we just don't have one, which would kind of suck. They put him maybe around the corner? Okay, I don't think we have a Conduit vendor in the Kyrian Hall, which is a little bit of a bummer. But the Conduit would be... Oh, we don't have it. No, wait, do we have a world quest for it or something? So we could see it for ourselves? Man, I really wish this character was one of the first few ones that I had geared. Because just through world quests I would have gotten all my Conduits by now. And it doesn't even have a conduit vendor, which kind of sucks. Wait, does it? No. Okay, we'll have to look it up on Wowhead. It's called Infernal Cascade. Here we go. So Infernal Cascade, this is how it works. While combustion is active, your fire blast grants you 9% baseline, so this goes up to higher. Increased fire damage. Is it like a slider for this thing? Hold on. I wish it was like a slider. Yeah, so we can actually see the change here. So it goes from 9% baseline of increased fire damage to 7. So how poorly does this thing scale though? Normally there's like a slider with these things. Yeah, normally there's like a slider so you can see just how good it is. And how high of ranks it can get with higher item level. Oh, you can actually see it right here. So 184 gives you 11 damage increase, so it's probably going to scale worse. So you'll probably need, so it's probably going to come down to, you're going to need higher item levels to get it to basically the same baseline level. I'm switching Frost if this changes go through them. So is Asa Zunakuti. I think I've done enough research, but I have not done enough research yet. Yeah, Arcane mages and Frost mages are really not bad compared to Fire too. Like, this could be enough to make Fire a little bit worse. I still think that the amount of raw damage that a Fire mage does, like combust, is still going to be a pretty big one. Like if you still have fights like SLG where you have this adds and then it should be nuked very quickly, I still think Fire mage is the best class to just set it up and just massively burn things down. They might not be as good at it now with these changes, but I still think they can do that much AoE. You know? So kindling, you're not going to be able to go for... Like, is this going to be that bad where you cannot do minute mage? Or what? The AoE nerf wasn't what made mages cry. It's a nerf to a single target. Yeah, I guess it is going to be a nerf to single target with the conduit. Fire damage bonus reduced by 20%. So they are nerfing single target as well as AoE. Yeah, the single target is getting nerfed. Do you think that the gear, like the better gear from the new raids and dungeons, will be enough to make them a little better? Because there's going to be a downgrade in like nerf, but then the gear should make up the difference, shouldn't it? Why not on Twitch stream? I like YouTube better. Until people don't get more tanky boomkins and fire mages will be really good. You mean for PvP? Yeah, I think for PvP early on they're going to be fine. It's for PvE I'm more concerned about. I don't think for 8% ST nerf is... Oh, that's... Well, is that 8% with like the current gear, right? With the current sims. So like at the beginning of the expansion, they're gonna get nerfed by 8%. How are mages doing right now on single target? Actually, we can check that. Take a look at that stuff right now. We have logs. Like how well the mages perform. How well are all classes performing actually? Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay, 95th percentile. We're not gonna look at all bosses though. Let's look at fights like Shriekwing. Fire mages are kind of okay. This is more of like sustainy fight. It's an easy fight. I feel like people parts there at this point. Yeah, in pure single target, they are behind Shadow Priest and Assassination Rogues. Frost mages and Arcane mages are just so far down. So this is just gonna knock fire mages down a peg. At least at the beginning of the tier. AoE, fire mages are still pretty good there, but this is gonna nerf them a little. Artifice of Zymox. Like fire mages are not like... I don't know. Is Arcane going to become better for single target, I guess? Darkvein has a bit of AoE. Actually, it has quite a bit of sustained AoE from time to time. Like, you can set AoE for a minute. So maybe that's why Frost Mages are really good. Or not for a minute, but like 45 seconds or so. Maybe 30. Sludge Fist. They're still... Oh, Arcane Mages are really good at that. Okay, Fire Mage is still not bad. But yeah, with this nerf, it's going to, I think, maybe make Arcane a little bit better. Man, it's going to be tough. Arcane for Stone Legion? What? I ain't been out of the loop apparently. They're still really good for Danny on Fire though. It's quite a bit of cleave. First AoE, first phase, quite a lot of AoE. Second phase, quite a bit of burst needed. I don't know. It's a pretty much an overall nerf, but maybe with gear, right? I don't know. Maybe with better gear, it might be better in performance. But this is also like, is this like a parse fight at this point? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of parses. I think Danny is still a hard fight where people aren't really able to parse. Maybe like some people over in China, I know they do parses. Like people sell parses. Survival Hunter, Stone Legion. How is okay? I think this is a parse fight at this point. Survival Hunter. Oh no. Wait, how's Survival Hunter here? Stone Legion Survival Hunter. I knew it. Survival is good, boys. That's what I've been holding out hope. Yeah, man, wow. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised seeing like Fire Mages is on top and like Arcanes are doing better. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because Arcane is really not that bad. But for Prague, right? For Prague. I don't know. I still think Fire, once you get... It is a nerf, right? For overall performance. But with gear, isn't that going to help? Or is gear just not good enough, Swag? What do you think? Alright, so how do you even AoE? I'm not really also not that great for AoE as a Fire Mage at all, by the way. So this is probably going to be a really kind of all kinds of scuffed. I'm really not great at it. Like, AoE is kind of okay, but then again, I'm probably not doing my AoE well at all. Yeah, I'm probably doing my AoE all kinds of scuffed, not gonna lie. I'm probably doing something wrong. Also, I don't have a lot of gear, so don't expect the numbers to really do work. Actually, I should be just flame patching at this point, shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Just when you're just AoEing things, you don't have the big burst available. I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to do it. Could be wrong though. Look at the PvP talent ring for fire. What is that? PvP talent ring of fire. Yeah, I'll take a look at it with Kren. Me and Kren are gonna take a look at Untitled once we do take a look at some of these normal class changes. I don't know, man. Harpooning Denathus left and right. Yeah, dude. It's beef, dude. I knew survival wasn't that bad. I just didn't expect for it to be that good in SLG. I guess SLG is quite a bit of AoE. So with the grenades leggy, you probably could do a lot. You know what? It probably was a couple survival hunters that parsed the hell out of it. It's probably not that there's a lot of people swap it to survival, but it's just like people are just doing for meme fun. That's most likely what it really comes down to. Oh, arcane power actually, or rune power can give you arcane charge, arcane buff. I didn't realize that with the Lego. I don't know, man. I feel like we've seen patches where classes get nerfed by like 10%, 20%, and then they make a big comeback. I don't know. It does seem like pretty big buffs, nerfs for fire. I still feel like they're really good at like, if you need burst on a snap-second decision, like as soon as things go bad, bunch of ads come out, they need to be nuked really quickly. Snap burst, Fire Mage is great for it. But I don't know. Honestly, I can't say for certain if they're going to be amazing or not. This is definitely going to... I think mages are going to notice when we are like 9-1 and we're, you know, doing Nothria, we're doing still some of the Season 1 stuff before the seasonal begins, right? We'll be still doing those Mythic Pluses. Mages are going to go in and be like, wow, fire feels like it doesn't have nearly as big of impact. But I wonder how that'll feel with gear. That's all I can say. Can you play Pala? Pala's didn't get a lot of changes, but once we take a look through these, we can, yeah. Another one is Warlock. We also got priest changes. I want to take a look at them really quickly. I don't have a max level priest, but let's look at Warlock real quick. These, I feel like, are a lot more cut and dry. They'll gain that damage back with mastery one day. They will with better stats, intellect, mastery, you know, as we get better gear. But I don't know. Is gear going to be enough to offset these nerfs? And in previous expansion of Battle for Azeroth, I would have said yes, but also in previous season in Battle for Azeroth, we got new systems, right? You had a class get nerfed, and then what is it? The essences were a thing. Then you got classes get nerfed, corruptions were a thing. So they're heavily upset, like a lot of these nerfs. Like people thought, like Breach thought Beastmaster hunters in general were not going to be good in the last tier of N'Zoth, and then hunters became amazing because of corruptions. Like they could scale so hard, like just with raw stats, not even like, you know, stars and stuff, like just raw stats. Hey, I just got more stats. I have a lot of master crit, haste, bam. I'm a Beastmaster Hunter and I dominate. I don't know how words like they didn't change them at all. So for Warlock's Affliction, it's mostly Affliction. We got 10% more damage to Chaos Bolt. Great. Dark Pact healing is also better. So how hard does this heal for? 25,000. Oh, it's a lot of health. It does make you take damage though. Sacrifice 30% of your current health and shield you for 250. So absorb shield has been increased by 216%. Huh. That could maybe be a big shield. That could be a good defensive in the row. Because I feel like Demon Skin is like the basic. If you want defensive, there you go. If you need mobility, there you go. Maybe Dark Pact could be good on a 1 minute cooldown. It still like sacrifices a portion of your health, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think mages will never be that bad. Other than mages, just Blizzard loves mages. I think it's true that they will never really be that bad as a class. Yeah, but I don't want it. But it's really not worth rolling unless you're not having fun on a spec. I don't want it, but it really is not worth rerolling unless you're not having fun on the spec. Like, you don't want these changes, but it's basically you're saying is mages are going to be fine as a class, or even as fire mages are going to be okay, and you shouldn't have to reroll unless you're just unhappy with the spec. Like, you're probably going to be okay. I agree with you on that. Yeah, I think they'll somehow make it out alive. I could be wrong. But it's just like, I feel like a lot of these specs are still going to be really, really strong in their fields. I don't think they're going to go from like top to the bottom. They might go from like top bars to like over in the middle area of like effectiveness. Let's take a look at Warlocks though. How are Warlocks doing on all the bosses? Shriekwing, not bad for single target. Huntsman, 2-target fight, really good. Hungering, single target, pretty good. Kael'thas, lots of AoE. Things don't live long enough. It's a lot of bursts, so I can see why like fire mages and warriors will be really good. Things just don't live long there at all. Dark Vein, you can cleave for quite a while. Yep, I can see that. Boss mages, Rosette Knights. Council Blood is all AoE. Boomies are so far ahead. That's a lot of pad though on all those ads with Starfall. I think that's why the nerf in the Starfall is because of all this pad. It's just so strong. Sludge Fist. Affliction Warlocks are really not bad. Like, you take a little bit of a setup, but you can do a lot of damn. Wow, Warlocks are good no matter what. Okay, maybe this is where they're starting to become less good. Destruction Warlocks is a little better for burst AoE and constant cleave. Because you have a lot of 2 targets to hit with Chaos Bolts regularly. But they were really good for the prog, right? They were good for prog. Like in 9.0, they were the best spec for that prog. Red Pala, whoa. I guess this was the early prog. Danny, they're really not bad. Wait. Is that because of the pad at the beginning of the fight? Havoc Demon Hunters are really high up there. Wait, am I looking at the right stuff? Yeah, it's the same. Really? Havoc Demon Hunters are that good? I mean, for phase 1, they do a lot of AoE for the ads. But Affliction Warlocks, yeah, not bad. Unholy, good AoE, good boss damage. Fire mages, arcane mages, they're really a closer. Was it looking at something else? I feel like, was it not looking at all percentiles? Yeah, so I think it's fair to say Affliction Warlocks are pretty good for the raid. In Mythic Pluses, they're not terrible, but they're not quite fire mages that are boomies. That's another thing to consider. Fell Rush over and over. Yeah, it's probably just Fell Rush. Because it is adds back together. You do a lot of AoE to them at once. Ever since they changed that Fell Rush talent. It is really good. Sorry, I got some messages, boys. Okay, back to this. So Malefic Rapture damage is reduced by 18%. Malefic Rapture does damage, shadow damage for every dot that's on enemy. So for 1 dot, you know, it does just a little bit of shadow damage. Direct damage effects or orbital troll targets causing shadow damage per effect. I only have 1 dot. Okay, the tooltip. Okay, I am getting probably more mastery than I'm supposed to be. Okay, that's probably what's causing it. That's probably what's causing it. Unless it crit. No, it didn't crit. For every dot you have on the enemy, so I have like multiple dots on them now, like 3 dots, it should do quite a bit of damage. So Malefic Rapture does damage to everybody. So like if I put some dots here, put some dots here, both of these guys will take damage. So if everybody in an AoE trash bag has dots, I hit him pretty hard. The tooltip says 473. I think it's double. I think it's supposed to be double. Because it's definitely hitting harder than it's supposed to. Okay, that's another thing I want to change, is this. I have a big mastery buff that it keeps giving me. I want to try removing it. Yeah, let's just go to this. Yeah, max health. So we don't have extra mastery to muddy the waters here. So they nerfed this by 18%. I don't know if it's reflecting on tooltip or not, but it's hitting pretty hard. Tooltip says 400. Like, tooltip says 473, but it's hitting for like... Can it not crit? Can it not crit? 799. So I think it's hitting harder than tooltip says. I don't know if that's normal or not. Maybe that's something Blizzard will have to fix at a later time. But you can see like multiple enemies dotted up. For every one of them that has a dot, like Malefic Rapture can just hit everybody. This makes Affliction Warlocks really good at cleave. That's just a lot of freebie damage. You know what I mean? Also, I guess it wouldn't help to be Absolute Corruption for this setup either. Let's go Writhe in Agony for now, just so these things can actually fall off. Because they're going to be there forever otherwise. We'll redot. Agony damage is increased by 20%. I wonder if Writhe in Agony will be better. Agony doesn't seem like a good portion. Like, how much damage is Agony in a cleave fight? Let's go to Huntsman. Ranking. Let's take the top person Warlock. Here we go. How much of his damage is Agony on adds? It's not terrible. But you can see it's not like mad amount of damage either. Like EUA, just on one target. This is on multiple targets too. Even the Siphon Life is on him too. Can you translate? Wait, maybe this guy got a lot of PIs though. Before we look at his numbers. Maybe this guy was like loaded with PIs. He had a couple PIs, but actually, don't you want a PI Warlock? Maybe you do want a PI Warlock here, so maybe it's okay seeing 2 PIs with their burst. Oh god, yeah, I think PI Warlock. Let's take one that has a 2 in there. Cool. This man's right here. Only 2 PIs. So maybe it's normal. Yeah, Agony does a bit of damn. I don't know, dude. Malefic Rapture, there's so much of your damage. That is just a hard nerve there. Agony is going to do 20% more damage. Maybe you might make Writhe in Agony a little bit better because of that, but maybe on cleave fights, maybe on a little bit on single target. Malefic Rapture loses an 18% damage. Writhe in Agony get a 20% damage increase. Does maybe give you a little bit of multi-dotting aspect, but a lot of that burst of Malefic Rapture is getting nerfed. Shadow's Embrace now lasts 16 seconds, so Shadow's Embrace will be the buff that you get as a Affliction Warlock. When you Shadow Bolt an enemy, or Drain Soul as most people run it, or Hunt, you apply Shadow's Embrace, stacks up to 3 times, makes the enemy take 9% more damage from your abilities. Normally, Warlocks would do is they would drain a person, give them the buff, drain the second person, give them most of the buff. But now the multi-dotting aspect is gone. You're losing 9% damage on a secondary target. So instead of having like 18% damage, 9 on one, 9 on the other, full value of your dots, you're losing out on that damage. Even if your Agony is doing more damage to an enemy. Like, that's a bit of a loss, dude. That's a bit of a harsh loss. Focus Malignancy Conduit also got nerfed. So Focus Malignancy is this right here. Malefic Rapture deals 11% increased damage to a target suffering from a stable affliction. So whoever is your single target enemy that you are attacking with the UA, you just hit them with Malefic Raptures, and because of UA, it'll hit harder, also reducing their single target output. Agony, I don't think offsets it, the 20% buff. And finally, Sacrilege Legendary got nerfed. Sacrilege is this. Corruption damage is increased to 25% instead of 15%. So the dot could be huge for Affliction Warlocks, but it no longer has a slow. Instead, Corruption extends the your curses on the target by 1.8 seconds each time it ticks. So when you will need to throw out a Curse of Exhaustion on an enemy, and then every time Corruption ticks on them, it'll keep refreshing Curse of Exhaustion. You could have almost a permanent slow as long as there's no decurses or any movement slow removers. Otherwise, you're gonna have to keep reapplying Curse of Exhaustion over and over and over on an enemy. This could potentially be good if there's no decurses and you put like a Curse of Tongues on an enemy. You could basically perma slow their cast. Or if you have a warrior and the character classes that I guess you could potentially have a combo with... Wait, this could be really good together with Amplify Curse. Your next Curse of Exhaustion, Tongues, Weakness is amplified, so you'll reduce enemies' movement even more. Or you'll cast time increase by 60%, 30 additional percent, and it's normally 30. Yeah, this could be a really slow cast and constantly ticking. Or enemies unable to critical strike, and basically removing the crit altogether. So this could, without Lego, it takes away that whole slow down the enemy playstyle altogether, which sucks for everybody but everybody but Warlocks, because everybody hates playing against this. Well, this sucks for Warlocks. Nobody but Warlocks. Everybody loves this because constantly putting up a curse. That's it. You got a perma slow as long as Corruption is on there. Dispel Corruption, you dispel the slow. Now you need to dispel the curse. Otherwise, the slow is not gone. If you have a class that can remove slows, like a Hand of Freedom, you will have to force a Warlock to spend a global to re-slow you. I guess it will still spend a global to re-curse you, corrupt you maybe, to reapply the debuff. I feel like they somehow found a way to make this Lego even stronger, by the way, in PvP. It is gonna suck because it's not as easy to slow the whole enemy team, but it could be worse because you can empower curses and keep those curses on the enemy longer. Because how long does Curse of Weakness and stuff last on a player? Probably less, right? Cran, can you log on? I gotta go make this Lego now. I gotta go test this thing out. So overall, I would say that yeah, I gotta test this Lego. I would say that yeah, the Affliction Warlock changes are a pretty big one. I wonder if this is going to give Destro and Demonology more room. Demonology is always a little finicky just because pets are, you know, but sometimes your pets just don't even follow your commands ever. You know, there's been multiple times where my Tyrant just attacks a whole nother target. And in Raids and Dungeons, you kind of are, most of the time he's pretty consistent, but sometimes you just cross my fingers like, I hope he attacks the right target. Also, I'm pretty sure these guys are not supposed to be, yeah, there we go. They were walking, now they're flying. I see you walking. Why are you walking? Start flying. Hey, guys. That's right, I'm just walking. That's so funny. Let me go make the Sacrosh legendary, because I want to test it out on PvP now. This could... Okay, so it looks like they made the slows less toxic, but I think they made Warlocks even more toxic for PvP with this thing. Because if all these empowered curses last, you know, pretty sure they last less long on players, right? I don't think you'll actually have a curse that lasts a whole minute on a player. I'm pretty sure these are much shorter on players. Maybe like 30 seconds. But extending it and having corruption like extended for much longer, especially if they don't have any D curses on that team, it could be super toxic gameplay. Imagine like if all your long channel casts are just so long. Like as a paladin, you're still gonna have to get a flash of holy light here and there to remove it, right? I don't know. Go Paladin Dala, I love you. What's up, Nicola? Paladins didn't get any updates, boys, so I haven't been able to take a look at them really. We're really looking at classes that got changed in 9.1 for PTR. Paladins didn't get anything new. Kaban, привет, здорово, сын. San, how you doing, man? Yeah. Then the chill will be greater because you're high HP. Wait, what? DBDC? Or is that... Oh. Loading screen? That's weird. Okay. I think it had to load like the new Ouroboros. I wonder if that'll be a thing. I'll have to keep loading new Ouroboros over and over like that. I guess I'll have to wait and see, right? Survival full bleeds on gear, lol. 2 dots, you're dead. I don't think survival dots are that good, honestly. Like, survival does have dots, and they're pretty decent dots, but not like 2 bleeds and you're dead. That'll be... I don't think so. I don't think that's a thing. But maybe I'll be proven wrong, you never know. It's PTR, anything could happen. I will give you that. Alright, and let's go park this character in, We'll park this character over in the Hero's Rest. Kren, could you log on to Hero's Rest? I think I want to test some PvP honor talents now. I want to test those out. And haven't got to take a look at these at all. I don't know what's a good stat. It's Haste Mastery. Bunch of Soul Ash. They need to increase the amount of souls you get, like 100,000. So you can just open a bag and that's it. And you're good to go for testing. Which, is it a ring? Legs and feet, okay. Make some feats. I never make feet. And I'll make that Sacrilege Lego, and we can test it out ourselves. I think it might be even better for PvP. Like, yes, it's a nerf to Warlocks everywhere. I guess I would make it a haste verse or something, right? If I were to PvP with these things, but we'll just try it out. That 20% corruption damage increase, I wonder if that would be better for M+. Could it potentially be better for M+? Because that's a lot of corruption damage. It is quite an increase. It goes from 15 to 25, so 10% increase. Together with absolute corruption, it's a 15% on top of it. I remember that Lego was really strong back in during one of the fights on Argus, the tower defense fight. You had all these demons strolling out and trying to get from like A to B. Demons wouldn't really fight you. Only certain demons would fight the players. But you basically had to like run around slowing things. Slowing them all down. And Warlocks were able to find these Fellhounds and hit them with a Seed of Corruption, break the Seed of Corruption. It would break and explode on all these Fellhounds and slow them down. And then would go by slower. So you could just kind of put huge dots on these guys and walk away. And usually by the time with the slows they reach the tree, they'll mostly be dead. So you can have like somebody come by and finish them off. Or in some cases they would just actually be dead. Just so my Death Starfall has a cooldown and he was kind of pissed. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be I don't know. No, Starfall, not a cooldown. It's only with a talent, Sandfin. So let him know it's only with that one talent, man. It's not actually gonna have a cooldown baseline. It's only with that one talent. So if you want to have Starfall, just constantly casting it, there's no cooldown on that. But if you want to run around and cast Starfall, that will have a cooldown. But 10% more damage. I don't think it'll be enough to offset it. I really do think they're nerfing like a really fun play style, right? Starfalling while moving is super fun. I don't know. I haven't got to play enough Boomy to like really, yeah, just let them know, because they're not putting a base cooldown on it. I think that would get more people pissed. It's only with a talent, but it's the talent that everybody plays. So I guess you're gonna go Twin Moons and you're gonna stand still in Starfall. And you can still do a lot of damage, you just won't be able to move while doing it. I don't know if that 25% movement damage increase, I mean, it could make it a little better. It could make it good, but we'll see. All right, Kren, would you want to hop on PTR, help me test these honor talents, by the way? I want to try these out. All right, so we got the boots. So how much damage does my corruption normally deal for? Corruption normally hits for like 330 with variance. When we make it into a perma corruption, it does 380. So 330 versus full Lego and everything. It is 512. So 330 to 512. That's like a 200 gain, or more or less. No. 330, 250. That's like 140 gain, something like that. Wait, what? It went down. Did I get a buff or something earlier? I think I had a buff earlier. Wait, I must have had a buff or something. 380? So 330 normally. And with a Lego and with a talent. Okay, it's about like a little over 100 increase. I guess it could be good for like sustain, right? If you could put it on 3 enemies and maintain your dots. Maybe that could be an okay playstyle for Warlocks. It was still tunnel like a single target with full dots. Maybe that could be okay, right? Maybe that would be okay playstyle for multi-downing for Warlocks potentially. And you have Malefic Rapture. I don't know. I don't think it's a Lego that sims well either, does it? Make it the sims. I got a hero damage for that. Warlock. Legendaries. It's probably going to be that, yeah, Runic Demonic Synergy. Wow, Sacrilege isn't worth. I guess with this talent build though. Wait. Yeah. Do you really run Siphon Life in AoE? I don't know if you actually run Siphon Life in AoE though. What do we run in Subcreation? Or Affliction Warlocks? Apparently they beat you this week. No, people do run Sacrilege. Oh wow, you really do go hard into Siphon Life on the higher end keys. It's not a tyrannical week though, is it? It is fortified. I guess you still do. Things are gonna live a while. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if this change to the what's it called? Sacrilege is gonna be enough then. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. The curse though, that aspect could be interesting. Hold on, if I put up a curse. It's just a perma curse then. Yeah, it's a perma curse. That's cool. What about a corruption? Is it perma corruption? Wait, I actually can. Oh, yes, I can. This guy. It's a perma corruption. It's just a lot more involved. It's a lot more involved perma corruption. Yeah, that's a perma corruption. Interesting. So does that work on players too? The perma corruption? So imagine this together with a Amplify Curse. This could be a lot more of a toxic playstyle then. I mean, you can't keep a corruption permanently on PvP, but it would be perma curse basically. Wow. I go Twin Moons. I don't like Star Drift or whatever. The other one hand, on the other hand, really likes it. Yeah, I think you go Twin Moons now. I think normally you would go with a Starfall where you can move, and it is a little bit longer in duration. Normally it's a fun playstyle. I think it also makes it do 15% more damage. Now it's 25 on PTR, but it puts a cooldown on it. But that one's really good in AoE. Yeah, this is a perma curse. That's interesting. That's an interesting Lego interaction. That's interesting. Wait, it looks like it's about to end, but it never does end, does it? Yeah, Curse of Tongues is none of these are ever gonna end. They get moved to max duration. So every time it takes, which is every second, but I guess with haste it will be more often. Duration increases about 1 point. Yeah, so this is literally makes it a perma curse. This could be really toxic in PvP. This could be extremely toxic in PvP. This could be something interesting. Hold on, Kren, where are you? Don't need to have war mode on. If you are in, if you go to Heroes Rest, this is where I'm gonna park a lot of my characters for testing. If you want to join me on that. Hey, Dalaran, what's the pleasure to watch your channel? Did you know any changes to Survival 100? Choose brother. Nothing yet, Matt. Nothing yet for the time being. As soon as there's some, I'll make a video on it, though. I'm excited for Survival. I just like that spec. Look at that. It's just, it looks like it's about to end, but it never does. Isn't it perpetual? Like, we're almost done. Almost finished, but it never gets finished. Can I see it like up close? You can never really see it up close. It's permanently tiny. But you can see it right here, right? Always so close, but never enough. Never enough. That's interesting. I really want to try that in PvP. Can you actually put a permanent can't crit curse on things? Because that would be hilarious. That'd be actually insanely funny. Why would I even put this? I guess here. I don't need to keep my pet on loud. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, as soon as Crane gets over here, dude, we can actually test stuff with these things. Okay, are you ready for some PvP test? Boys, are you ready for some PvP testing? This is gonna be us doing some PvP testing, dude. You guys ready? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do first, Crane. This is what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna do the testing for the Sacrolash with the curses, okay? So we have Sacrolash, corruption deals increased damage and extends your curses. So if let's say I put a curse on you, like start hitting that combat training dummy with frostbolts, just constantly frostbolting. I want to see what happens if I put Curse of Tongues on you and a corruption. Like it's just gonna slow down your cast speed completely, isn't it? So curse, wait, curse and corruption. So this is 17 seconds on a player, back to 18, back to 18. Okay, so she's a mage, she can remove it. But like she can't get rid of the curse as long as the corruption if you're not a mage. If you don't have a way to slow it down at all. So look at those frostbolts, they're a little slower, right? A little slower. But what if we do the amplification, new corruption? I don't know if this actually worked. Increases casting time by additional 30%. I don't know if that worked. Did it? It totally did. It totally did. Look at this frostbolts, dude. Imagine if that's like, whoever got a heal, like a paladin got a really powerful heal to top people off, and they can never do it if there's no decursor. You're basically permanently stunting their cast speeds. You will never, unless you bubble it, you're just screwed. Okay, I'm gonna try another one. I'm gonna make it so you can't ever crit. This is kind of messed up because frost mages need a crit. But if I permanently put this on you, you have zero chance. Your chance to crit is reduced by 100. So if you check your tabs, I don't know if it tells you to crit at 0 or whatnot. But if you hit the dummy, you basically should have 0 chance to get any procs. Or maybe it still gives you, oh no, it still gives you Brain Freeze procs, so I don't think it's crit based anymore. But a 0% chance to crit, like hit me. Turn around and tag me with it. Hit me with a frostbolt. I want to see if any of them can crit. I imagine they don't. I don't think I gotten crit so far. Just gonna keep a corruption on you. You can see at the top left here if I'm getting crit ever. Yeah, no crits at all. Imagine doing this to a class that's all about crits. Imagine if a warrior is chasing after the Warlock. They literally can't crit. If you don't have a way to remove the curse, you can never crit again. Mage, yes, mages can decurse it, but imagine a situation where you're running as classes and there's no decurse on that team. As long as you empower the curse and keep corruption on them, as long as you don't let it fall off, they're permanently cursed. They can't remove it ever. Interesting. Wait, okay, same thing. Okay, let's. I'm a AFK so we can get some health. Hold on, I'm a AFK so we can get some health. I know there's a staff hitting you. That's one of my conduits. I can't really help it. So try to heal yourself when you get a chance. I get more staffs. What is this? So mnemonic equipment. Whenever you damage an enemy below 34% health, 3% of the damage is done repeat over 5 seconds. So it's like a staff, that equipment that spawns and hits the enemy again. So so I can basically hit you with a perma slow too, right? Okay, so get yourself some food and heal up to full. Yeah. I want to hit you with a perma slow. I want to see. I just want to hit you with a curse. Just start running circles all over the place. When I hit you with a perma slow, it's like a 70% slow. It reduces the target's movement speed by additional 20%. So already critical exhaustion reduces it by 50. So it's a 70% slow. You could literally put curse. You can basically put chain of ice. As long as there's no decursor, you have a chain of ice constantly on people. So cursed. Look how slow. And it actually is 10-second duration. And it keeps refreshing if you don't have a decursor or a dispel. But even dispel, like a warlock can throw another corruption on you over again. Look at the slow. You have perma control. That's crazy. Okay, it's about 10%. Oh, I can. Yeah, I will. 10% doesn't seem like it's a lot. Look at that. As long as I have a corruption, you're permanently slowed. Because of this Lego change. I feel like this Lego, they wanted to nerf the perma slow aspect, but I feel like they somehow found a way to make it more toxic. Now, I feel like they found a way to make this Lego even more toxic. Because how much of a slow is it on live with Sacrilege? Wowhead, Sacrilege. Sacrilege, Dark Strike. Sacrilege, Shadowlands. Sacrilege Lego in Shadowlands. So it's a 50% slow. So this is 70% slow. So it's even more toxic. That's pretty funny. Okay, now Kren, I want you to stand still. Now I want you to stand still because I'm going to try the Shadow Rift talent. I want to try this. Is that the only new talent you get? For Warlocks? I think, yeah, for this Warlock spec, it's only a new one. So conjure a Shadow Rift with a 10-yard radius at the target location lasts in 2 seconds. Any enemies within the zone, when it expires, it teleports to Demonic Circle. So I'm going to put my Demonic Circle down on, let's say, this table right here. And then I use the ability of Shadow Rift. And then I drop... Wait, it's a pretty massive area. I can port people away. I just teleported Kren away. So you can teleport enemies out of there instant. It just has a 2-second like wind up to it. So if you have like a Mortal Coil and they're running a direction, you could maybe like move them over. You can throw them down where your gateway is. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Shadow Rift. It looks pretty cool too. I was thinking it was going to be smaller, but for some reason, I guess it's pretty massive. I didn't read. I guess the 10-yard radius is pretty big. I guess it's like a Shadow Fury. Which, yeah, that too has a 10-yard radius. Okay, are there any new... Okay, Destro Warlocks, by the way. If you guys want to see some Destro Chaos Bolts, this is your baseline Chaos Bolt. 9,000. I mean, this card is kind of geared. I don't have the right Lego, but it's okay. Normally, Lego would be this thing with Conflagrate. This doesn't increase the... Yeah, it doesn't increase the damage of your Chaos Bolts. Because Chaos Bolts take less Chaos damage. It's Fire, Arcane, all kinds at once. 10% more damage on Chaos Bolts. Like, what can you really say about it, really? Alright, Destruction. New PvP, Bonds of Flame. Where is it? Bond of Fel. Encircle enemies with Bond of Fel, snare them by 50% for 6 seconds. If any target leaves the 8-yard radius, deal fire damage split amongst nearby enemies. Wait. Okay, Kren, so this, you basically want to move out of this Bond of Flame. Like, when I drop it down, you won't walk out of it, okay? So I'm going to put the circle around you. Then you want to leave it. If you remember the Wreath of Fire from Medivh back in Legion, that fight, you want to leave it. And it will apparently do 7,000 fire damage amongst enemies split. So it's going to hit you with a slow. Bonds of Fel. So you're slowed. Oh, that's kind of cool. If you could drop slow on enemies, and you can do quite a bit of damage. And this scales with you, so it can scale with my damage. It can crit, so it's not percentage damage health. It can crit. That's kind of cool. Bonds of Fel. Interesting. Then also Chaos Bolt just does 40% more damage in PvP. So baseline Chaos Bolt just gonna hit harder. And it's also 10%. 11%. I'm not even in PvP gear, and neither is Kren, so we have no versatility. But that's a pretty good hit. And then Focus Chaos has been removed. So Focus Chaos is the one that buffs the damage of a Chaos Bolt. So they're buffing baseline damage of a Chaos Bolt while giving you more options. So normally that would be like it's like, okay, I got myself what? I'm a Destro Warlock. I need what is it? Focus Chaos in PvP. That's like a slot that you just have to have. So they removed it and they replaced it with new stuff. You also get Shadow Rift as well. So just like the other spec, you also get Shadow Rift. It's like a wait, can you do a combo? Hold on. I want to hit you with this and then Shadow Rift you afterwards. So you have to move out. Oh, that's a cool combo. So you can force people out of it. And you can force a whole group of enemies. So they will take damage either way. Oh, that's kind of neat. Wait, this is actually kind of neat. This is actually kind of cool. That's actually cool. Like an ability from HOTS? I really do think it's some HOTS-like style abilities being added to World of Warcraft. It is interesting. This is cool. Okay, and there's one for Demonology too, for Honor Talents. with Demonology Warlocks. You got a new PvP talent called Fell Obelisk. So I want to see what that one is like. So we got, first of all, Dread Call Fell Lord does 200% of cast spell power per swing instead of 5%, but has a longer cooldown. So that could be pretty interesting. And also we have a new one called Fell Obelisk. So you summon what? An obelisk? Summon a... Okay, so let's read this. Summon a Fell Obelisk with 5% of your maximum health. Empowers you and your minions within 40 yards. Increasing attack speed by 20% and reducing the casting of spells by 20%. Oh, that's good. That could be pretty cool. Hold on. So if I summon my main pet, and I get all these pets stone at Kren. Obelisk. So they attack faster, and so I cast Shadow Bolts faster. What's the range of this thing? Is that infinite range? Is that while this thing is up? Wait, it's there permanently. So somebody needs to go and kill it. Kren, can you kill the obelisk? Oh, it does have a duration though. For 20 seconds, 45-second cooldown. If you could put this behind like a pillar, if you could put that thing behind a wall and like super far away, like way out as far as you can. Yeah, when I spawn it, can you kill it? See how long it takes for it to kill it? I'll like spawn it super far because it looks like it buffs you either way. No, so within 40 yards. So it has a 40-yard range. So you gotta put it like a totem. Not super close, but quite a distance. So you can kind of put it behind a wall. Okay, so it does have a max range here. So if I put it over here, it doesn't have a lot of health though. That's awesome. Oh, it dies really quickly. Yeah, it's like a totem. It dies really quickly. But if you can put it behind a wall, as you got all your pets up and running, you'll have to force somebody to go behind a wall. And when they do, you can hit them maybe with a nether shadow roof just to move them way out. This could be really strong if people let this thing stay, like, on the field. Okay, this next one is just going to be a Fell Lord. I'm going to drop it on you, see how much damage he does. So the Fell Lord has been buffed a bit. He does apparently damage based on your... So if I empower him with a Tyrant, I think he should do lots of damage, right? He does hit harder with a Tyrant. So this guy hits harder and he scales, not percentage-based health, but if you have trinkets rolling, he will hit you harder. And he can crit. And he can crit by the looks of it. This guy owns. Yeah, you're probably dead next go. Yeah, that went through the shield pretty quick. I think it's still dead. Wow, and you can buff him too, can't you? With Fell Obelisk. Wait! We gotta wait 2 minutes. Hold on. I have to empower him with the Obelisk. So get your health. We gotta wait 2 minutes. Show me what the wall looks like, by the way. I want to see what the wall looks like when you get a chance. Also, I'm putting my pet on passive. I don't think I need to. I should have my pets on passive because I think that'll break all my other pets. So I'll let this guy do his work. Yeah, what does the wall look like? Ice wall. Wait, it actually creates line of sight. Wait, it has 10,000 health. Okay, so it can be broken, but it will take you a little bit. Wait, pets do work. Wait a second. It actually makes an ice wall. That's fucking awesome. Wait, that's actually really cool. Wait, that's awesome. Yo, it doesn't look like it takes you to that long to set one up. It looks a little different than what I expected, but it's like Jaina ice wall. I hope they make it like more like a blocky, less of like jaggedy, more blocky. Kind of like May wall, but maybe they're trying to differentiate for a reason. That's pretty neat. So can you basically put someone in the corner and like lock him out? Wait, what's the cooldown on that thing? Like a 1.5 minutes? So if I go over here and you put an ice wall, am I going to be stuck basically? So can you fear someone to a corner with a Warlock and then lock him out there with a Mage? Like forcing them to fight through it? Like imagine putting a healer in the corner, you put a baby in the corner. They can't do anything. Can they cast through the wall? Because it should create line of sight, right? Okay, I'm gonna try Beefy Fell Lord. Okay, I'm gonna try the Beefy Fell Lord on you. So we're gonna summon a Fell Lord, drop down this thing. Oh, he's casting faster. Oh, he's definitely casting faster. Look at that cast. Oh, he's so quick. Oh, he's such a quick boy. Look at that. He casts so quickly. What about imps? Imps should cast quickly too, right? Bolts of fire. Dude, this obelisk seems really strong. Yo, one was talking to me yesterday. He said, what if you did another portal in the Obelisk? You would actually be able to truck people down. It'll be the zoo. It'd be actual zoo gameplay. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I didn't kill you yet. Yo, this is cool. Yo, Warlocks are awesome. Okay, let me go and get the, let me go and... Forfeit. Let me go and get on a, let's go on a Mage. Let's check out the Mage abilities. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go on a Mage. You might need to leave the party so I can hop on a Mage with you. Okay, I think we can get on this Mage. This guy has the Necrolord Lego, which I was going to use for testing later. But yeah. Is Monk any good for PvE in Shadowlands? Windwalker? Yes, very good. This is so cool. These are really cool abilities, man. Definitely check the Mage abilities. Icewall is going to change the game. It will. I believe in that too, Minimalist. I believe in that, dude. You could put someone in a corner, just wall them off. That one is really, really cool. Like, mages are all about control with damage, but they're gonna have even more control now. It's gonna be kind of scary, to be honest. Okay, we'll test out the arcane stuff real quick. Kleptomania is only arcane, by the way. That's one of the things that changed. Dampen magic has been removed completely. Okay, here we go. Hey, how's it going? You have more gear than I do right now. So let me invite you. Okay, so Kleptomania, first thing first. Where is it? Klepto. That's arcane only right now. So spell steals all spells from the target, has a 30-second cooldown and 300% more mana. So Kren, if you put up buffs on yourself, like if you put on shield or whatever, and intellect, right? If I don't have either of those. Normally fire mages are able to go in, I guess another mage, put up all the buffs, or steal all the buffs, all the hots from a druid, and then burst them. But now, having only arcane mage being able to do that, it is interesting. It is interesting, to say the least. I saw literally all their buffs. That's gonna be a little bit harder to play fire just in PvP by itself. Imagine RPG with 3 mages go in, Ice Wall. Oh, that'd be fun as hell. Okay, and the other Ana talent. You took my shield. I'm gonna re. Okay, hold on. I got an Arcana Sphere for you. Are you gonna re now? Okay. Build a sphere of arcane energy, gaining power over 4 seconds. Upon release, the sphere passes through any barriers, knocking enemies back and dealing arcane damage. Hold on. So how does this work? Oh, you just sit there and build it. Oh my god, it's like an orb. Oh, that looks cool. Wait, can that go through walls? It did a bit of damage. It did 6,000 damage. That doesn't seem all that bad. Oh, we did 5,000 here. Okay, it has a 30-second cooldown. Kren, can you go on the opposite side of this wall? Like, right here. Like, I really don't know. Like, right here. Actually, let's do a thick version. Like, right here. I'm gonna go long way. Yeah, that works too. So I see where Kren is at, right? It says it passes through any barrier, so it should have no line of sight. That looks pretty cool. It's like, it like explodes forward. Like, didn't they used to have like a talent that's like an arcane like barrage forwards? It goes through the wall. Oh, that's cool. It actually goes through the wall and it does quite a bit of damage. Imagine how full cooldowns have this loaded up with a barrage at the same time. That could just have a bunch of spells hit at the same time. Oh, that's pretty cool. Imagine doing RPGs. You go in Warsong Gulch, you know that tunnel? You just knock everybody back in that tunnel as they're running in. Like if you could funnel enemies in, that's cool as hell. And also Arcane Blast just does 20% more damage in PvP. So Arcane Blast hits for like 600. This is not a fully geared mage either. But having Arcane Blast hit for like 2,000 on an undergeared mage versus another undergeared mage, that's not terrible. It just based on does 20% more damage. So maybe you might be able to have playstyles around Arcane Blasting in PvP. Maybe. I'm not sure if that would be a play, but like going for a big presence of mind, Arcane Blast at full stacks, Arcane Blast, maybe with like overpowered. It could be pretty good. Potentially. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay. Let's switch to Frost. Okay, Kren. I'm gonna run into the shack with this owl guy. Let me first get the ice wall. So there's a lot of changes to Frost Mage in general. Ice Wall, one of them. Then also a lot of your other abilities that have to do with Deep Shadow, for example, like Frostbolts apparently do a lot more damage baseline. And apparently together with Ice Form is really, really strong. So I'm gonna run into here. Wall me off. Deep Shatter? I think I have Deep Shatter. Oh yeah, Burst of Cold. Yeah, I need to try this out. Can you wall me off in here? Make sure I can escape. Hit me with that ice wall. I'm actually stuck. It actually created a line of sight so I can't get out. You can actually just wall people off. How long does this last? What's the duration? 15 seconds. Imagine walling off a healer in a corner. Like I can't hit Ketra until that thing breaks. Wait, so how does this work? Oh, there's no reticle. There is no reticle. Oh, this is weird. So it looks like it'll be kind of like wherever you're facing. Yeah, they gotta find like a different reticle for this. I think this is a placeholder. Wait, what if I put her on top of Kren? She's inside of the wall. What happens? She could walk in, but she can't walk through afterwards, right? Yeah, neither can I. Can I blink through it? No, you can't. Okay, can I hit Kren on the other side? You can't. Line of sight. So it actually is true line of sight. That's so cool. Oh, that's really, really cool. Okay, another thing they did for Frost Mages are the Honor Sounds. So let's take this off and go for Burst of Cold. So they buff the damage of Frostbolt's baseline. So this is your baseline Frostbolt damage. They buffed it by 100% instead of 15%. So it's like an 85% buff. I mean, again, Undergear Mage versus an Undergear Mage, not a lot of Versa, but that's pretty good damn. Imagine if that's how much damage you could do if someone isn't paying attention to the Frost Mage while they're building up for Icicles. That's really not bad. And together with Deep Shadow got nerfed since Frostbolt does more baseline damage. Okay, so if I steal your buff with your shield, and if I go for a Brain Freeze proc, how much damage does it do? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Maybe we should go and get a bunch of versatility gear, because I know you can buy it with honor gear. Okay, let's actually do that. Let's actually do that. Let's go buy a bunch of honor versatility gear, Kren. Because we can actually be versed out. Actually, no. It's a lot of work. It's going to be upgrades and whatnot. Yeah, it's going to take forever. Never mind. Let's not do that. You can destroy the wall while it's up. Yes, you can. You can hit it. So Warlock can teleport enemy in the corner and Ice Mage can close it off. Yes, you actually can. You can almost guarantee it too. You can stun them if they don't trinket, teleport and wall them off, and that's just throw them away out of the game. Just put the baby in the corner. Imagine putting a healer there. Healers don't necessarily have good damage to break through the wall immediately, so it'll take them like a second. This could be really cool. And okay, so Deep Shatter does more dam with Ice Form together. Apparently, this does a lot of dam. So I want to test this out. So I want to get myself a proc of Flurry, Ice Form. Okay, Ice Form into a big setup. Yo, what is that damage? Can I get another proc? Wait, Flurry. That's pretty good. Imagine this on a geared mages. 2 geared mages. This is under geared mages with no Versa. But both of them are under geared. Both of them don't have Versa. So it's more or less gives you like an idea. Not a perfect like solution, but an idea. And also Burst of Cold does 600% more damage. Frost Nova instantly resets the cooldown of Cone of Cold and increases damage by 600. So you got a Nova first. Okay, so that's how that works. Nova. 2000 damage isn't bad. If you have all cooldowns rolling, that could be okay. Warlock and Ice Mage teaming up for the ultimate parent combo. You're grounded, go in the corner. True. Wait, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, and then you also have Fire Mage changes. Alright, change to Fire. Let's swap to Fire for a sec. This could be really cool for Frost, by the way. A lot more control, more consistent damage. I like the idea. I like where they're going with it. Okay, so for Fire Mages, you have Ring of Fire. You have Controlled Burn, which is a little bit different. And it looks like Whirling Flames is also a little different. Okay. So Ring of Fire, you will literally make a ring of fire. Summons a ring of fire for 8 seconds at target location. Enemies entering the ring burn for 24% of the total health. So what does this look like? Oh! That's kind of cool. So if you leave or enter, it'll burn you. I feel it to burn a quick fire. Just have some Johnny Cash in the background every time you use this. Okay, so I'm gonna drop down Ring on you. Can you walk in and out of it, like back and forth, just to see how much damage you can do, or like walk out of it once, because it's 24% of your health. That could be really good. Imagine RPGs with this. You drop down a ring and a blood DK can group people in. I don't think it works. I don't think it works. No, it works. Wait, so you... Enemies entering the ring. Oh, it's entering the ring. Wait, so it's only people entering, not leaving. Wait a second. Okay, so you have to enter it. No, it's not your shield. It's people entering the ring. Okay, I thought people leaving the ring. It's only people entering, so it's more of a defensive rather. Or more an escape tool, right? If the enemy wants to run away, you put a ring and they have to run through the ring to escape. Could it trigger more than once? That's what I'm trying to find out. So keep running in and out of it, Kren. Keep running in and out to see if he can like hit you more than once. So it hits you. Okay, so let's do this. So you'll have the ring, run in and out of it over and over and over, like on the edge of it. See if it keeps hitting you over and over every time you enter it, or if it just hits you once and you deal damage. Because if it does damage only once, it still might be good, but not as good. Might be good in RPGs, but I don't really know how we use it in arenas. Unless you use it purely defensively. So I'm gonna place the ring down. Okay, it's up. Run in and out. And out. And in. It seems to only hit you once. No, it only hits you once. I mean, it does percentage damage health. And I think it would be good for groups, right? When people are trying to escape or run after you. This could be good if you're trying to deny people from running to the flag in RPGs. But in arenas... Maybe it could be good when people are running at you, but I don't know. Might be like Ring of Frost. It probably is a Ring of Frost, just modified probably, Gavin. They might have to adjust it so it's people leaving the ring or running into it. If they could change that, then it'll be a lot better in arenas. But if it's just only once and only as a means to enter the ring, not exit, I don't know how good that'll be. I mean, you'll probably be able to like wall off a person trying to take the flag and there's melee around, but it's not going to do anything for the ranged. It's interesting. I like it. I like the idea behind it. Okay, then they changed the control burn. In Ignite, it deals 100% more damage while combustion is not active. So Ignite normally is... Let's go Flame Cannon. So Ignite normally is like 17, 28. Little Pyro. You got it to like, 196. It's hitting a little bit, right? It's a bit of damn. But if you change to control burn, it's, what does it start at? 33, so it like doubles it. 55. We can get a Pyroblast in there. 154. Yeah, so you can actually get some damage in. So while combustion is down, it has a bit of a burn. It's gonna hurt a bit. That's not bad. I think the changes, so this used to work inside a combustion too, but the changes so it no longer works inside a combustion. What does the current control burn work like, actually? I want to test it. Where is it? Wait, okay. Sacrolash. I just had it. Let's do this, actually. Controlled burn. Bowhead. So currently it deals 100% damage faster, but no longer spreads to nearby enemies. So it'll spread. So this could be good for AoE. Or if enemies are clumped together. Could be good on RPGs, could be good on arenas, if enemies are close together all the time. So it does the damage faster, but now it does more. 100% more damage. So it's not like it ticks faster. It just does more damage and can spread. So this could be really good, actually. Just on raw damage, this could be not terrible. Honestly, I think this could be good. And finally, Whirling Flames. Flame Strike reduces the casting of Flame Strike by 50%, increases damage by 30 for 3 seconds. So it's kind of like... Can it chain? Can Flame Storm chain? So it looks like once you Flame Strike, your next Flame Strikes that you just cast could chain. Yeah, it keeps refreshing the buff. This could be good for RPGs, I guess. In AoE. Like enemies are trying to take the flag or they're clumped together, you could just punish them by standing on the same place. With Flame Strikes. You can put like multiple Flame Strikes around. Yeah, this could be okay in RPGs. I don't know how good this would be in arenas though. Maybe like if enemies are always clumped up behind a corner in arena. This could be okay there. But like in most cases, fire mages don't really stand there casting this over and over. Maybe there's some busted combo that we don't know of. That's pretty cool. Dalaran, did you read some of the encounters of Sanctum and Domination raid fights? Some of the fights sound bad hours. I have not, Golden. I want to test them Friday. We're going to be able to test them on Friday, but I have not. But some of my guilds told me there's some cool stuff there, so I want to check it out whenever I can. But this is cool. Okay, so this is mages, dude. These are cool. I think fire is an interesting ambitious idea with Ring of Fire. I don't know how good it will be. Controlled burn seems like it could be really strong. Whirling Flames could maybe be good on RBGs. Frost, awesome changes. Arcane, I'm still not sure how to feel about it, but these are interesting new stuff. We got cool new things. Okay, another thing I need to try is the Frost DK stuff, so we're gonna forfeit. And I'm gonna hop on a Frost DK. We'll leave party, and I'm gonna hop on a Death Knight. So there's an honor talent that Death Knight's got, changing Heart's Up aura. Only for Frost, though. Look over the ZK. So it should be an aura that reduces cast time of enemies, I think, while you're near them. Which might not be as good as Heart's Up aura, because that's cooldown reduction. But yeah. I need to read the fights, honestly. Yeah, it looks like only triggers once for now. I need to make a fire mage so I can sing Ring of Fire. For real, dude. I thought they really got to do some more to Ring of Fire to make it, like, if they make it so that you take damage going in and out every time you pass it, then it will be a lot more punishing of an honor talent. Right now, it doesn't seem punishing at all. You're just like, okay, don't walk into that. Because you can walk out of it. If you make it, like, hard hitting when you walk out of it and when you walk in, then it'll be really, really punishing. Okay, I'm not in the right spot. Kren, give me a sec. I'm gonna head over to you. Did this make this character trying to make a Lego? I think I tried to, right? Wait, did I craft a Lego? I think I meant to craft the Nightfall Lego on this guy, didn't I? Do I have Rampant Transference? Hold on, let me craft a Lego. I think that's what I missed on this guy. I think I missed a Lego with one of them. I'll be over there in just a second, Kren. Sorry. I thought this is the character that was in the, what is it? In Hero's Rest. It'll take me just a second. What do I want? Crit Mastery. Bunch of these. Now I just gotta find out what that Lego sits on. It is chest or waist. I think I meant to make a belt, but I never got around to it yesterday. Unless there's a character where I did make a belt. And I'm gonna feel silly. Let me make it real quick. These are cool though. I like these. Alright. Rampant Transference. Here we go, boys. I feel like I already made this Lego. Am I making this again? At this point, like, it doesn't matter. Just having one, just in case. Not a bad idea. And Honor Talent, Shroud of Winter. Shroud of Winter, enemies within 8 yards of you become shrouded in winter, reducing the range of the spells. Oh, that's it? It's just the range? Okay, well that could still be annoying for casters. Like if you're sitting on a healer or sitting on DPS. Or I guess a caster. If they want to, let's say, polymorph your mage. If they're always near you, it'll be harder for them to reach. That could be a bit of a disruption, but not as good as Heart's Up Aura. Let's find Heart's Up Aura. Decrease the cooldown recovery of all abilities by 30% to all enemies within 8 yards. Yeah, CDR, like having longer cooldowns versus longer wait on CDs versus shorter range and abilities. Which one of those two is worse? I think the range can be disruptive, for sure. But cooldowns, because eventually, like, let's say your healer gets CC'd, you get stunned, you'll trade a trinket. I guess trinkets wouldn't be a part of that cooldown reduction, but you would have defenses, right? Death would pop cooldowns, you pop defensives. But then the next time he pops cooldowns, you may pop other defenses. But since your recovery is slower, you won't have the opportunity to trade cooldowns as easily with a DK. So eventually you'll run out of cooldowns, while the Death Knight will have his back because yours is still on cooldown because of Heart's Up Aura. That's your mobility. That's your defensives, that's your offensives, that's your interrupts even. Like everything goes on cooldown, longer cooldown. Even maybe your rotation abilities. Yeah, I could see why they removed Hearts Up Aura, but I don't see why it's so strong. In comparison, yeah, I don't think it will replace Hearts Up Aura. I guess the range would also be a reduction to some extent. Like, let's say you're a Death Knight, or I guess a warrior wants to do a Leap Fear on a healer, you will be able to prevent it. Or a rogue to Shadow Step to your healer, and they're just out of reach, you will be able to prevent it. Hey. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. So stand at max 40-yard range and hit the train dummy. Like at max range and hit the train dummy. That's what I'm gonna try. So be at maximum range of the train dummy and hit it with frost spells. Max 40. Yeah. So when I walk next to you, you basically should not allow you to cast. And start frostbolting it. Yeah, and just keep spam frostbolting it. So when I walk next to you with this, what is it? The Shroud of Winter, it should reduce your range. Yeah, so now you can't frostbolt. Okay, so get close enough where you can frostbolt. So this is your normal range for max range. Now keep moving closer and I'll stay on you until you can frostbolt again. I mean, it's slight reduction, right? It's slight reduction compared to your max. Okay, let's do that again. So get max range and try polymorphing a... can you polymorph these things? One of them you might be able to just hit a polymorph with. Maybe? Or does it not let you? It probably doesn't let you. It's these are mechanical, so it probably doesn't let you. Yeah, it's probably not letting you poly. No? Okay, let's do this. Do you have Blizzard? Just throw a Blizzard down as far as you can. And keep spamming Blizzard as far as it lets you. In the other direction. Let's turn around and do it in the other direction. Like towards this wall. So I just want to see kind of like if you were to drop a Ring of Frost down, right? A Ring of Frost down. Would you have like a shorter range? Like a noticeably shorter range? So just towards that wall and just keep spamming Ring of Frost on the ground, or Blizzards on the ground. So this is your range of your Blizzard normally, but when I stand next to you, it reduces it. So this is how far it goes. So like this is how far a Ring of Frost, I guess, would go. And the next Blizzard was shorter. So it's a slight reduction. It is a bit disruptive, but I don't know. You still got a range. You still got some distance. Yeah, so this is where it normally would go. And then this is how, and then this is max if you use it again. So it's about here or so. And when you use a max, it'll be like around here or so. Yeah. I don't know. This doesn't seem that good. I could see why what you guys say about it though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it'll be disruptive, but in an arena, you're not really super far away from enemies. I guess it would give you less room to move around if you're a mobile character or like a caster trying to cast from super far away. But with arena, things are more clustered together. I don't know. This doesn't seem that good. They might have to do something else with it. Reduce it in range. They might have to reduce it way higher. So you can't reach the healer at all, like by half. If it's 50% range, that'd be insane. That'd be pretty big. But yeah, that doesn't seem that good. Okay. And I got some monk changes too. Okay, I could probably log on a monk real quick. I can do it pretty quickly. Monk got some honor talents. We can take a look at all the healer ones. This could be interesting. Okay, so they have a Peace Weaver, Dematerialize, Thunderous Tea. Tubatcoin doesn't have a stun. Because I think you need a stun for Dematerialize. So I don't know if this will work properly. I'm not a monk main whatsoever. So this will be interesting. Okay, duel. So as a mystery roll, what do you have? Okay, so first of all is Peace Weaver. Revival cooldown is reduced by 50% and provides immunity to magic damage for 2 seconds. So just start frostbolting me and I'll just revival. Yeah, just start frostbolting me and I'll revival. So this has a shorter cooldown, right? Cooldown is reduced by 50%. So in PvP, I should have it shorter. So you're frostbolting me, you can see I'm taking damage, and then I'll revival. Keep frostbolting me. Immune. So for 2 seconds, this could be pretty cool. For 2 seconds, that is pretty cool. And it should have a shorter cooldown, although that part doesn't seem to work. Cooldown is reduced by 50%. I don't know if that's working, but it should, because it's still a 3-minute cooldown. So that part doesn't seem to work right now, but that's okay. Yeah, that part doesn't work at the moment. So dematerialize into mist while stunned, reducing damage taken by 40%, reforming over 3 seconds. So I need someone. Cran, do you have an ult that you can get over here that has a stun like a hunter? Because if you have a hunter, you can just go like survival or BM, because they have a stun. Because mages don't have a stun, I don't think. They used to with deep freeze, but not anymore. Okay, then you also add Thunderous Tea. This one does not work. Thunderous Tea can now additionally cause Crackling Jade Lightning knockbacks immediately, or cause Essence Font to increase movement speed by 70%, providing movement impairment. Wait, this could be cool once it works. See, if you start frostbolting me, this could be pretty neat. But isn't it okay? So I have 2. Oh, it empowers 2 next spells. Okay, so that should work, kind of. I'm gonna tag you. It's supposed to be able to knock you back immediately. Well, the knockback I think kind of works, but I think it was also because it was really close to you. Oh, I do have movement speed. Wait, I do have movement speed. Wait, I think this works. It's movement speed by 70% and provide immunity to slows. Okay, so if you just frostbolt, hold on, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And then just spam frostbolt me and I'll try to give myself movement speed with immunity. This could be cool. Increases your movement speed, immunity, and movement impairment. So it's only for you, but this could still be really good for just outrunning enemies. Okay, go ahead. Frostbolt me. Okay, so you see it? Frostbolting me right now. I'm slowed. Movement speed. Okay, it doesn't provide immunity by the looks of it. Or if it does provide immunity, then maybe I just gotta use it before I get hit with a slow. Okay, go ahead. Go. Hit me with a frostbolt. I still have a charge. So I'll try to pre-frostbolt it. Okay, so you gotta pre-frostbolt. You gotta use it before you get hit with a slow. That's what you gotta do. Okay, you gotta... actually did more damage to me than before. Okay. So it does look like it works. It says NNF. I thought it means not working, but it does work. Okay, then there's Counteract Magic. Remove hostile magic effect from a target. Increases healing they receive from you by 10% for 10 seconds. Stack it up to 3 times. Okay, so just frostbolt me here. Just frostbolt me and I'll dispel myself. And I'll see the stacks of Counteract Magic stack up. So how does this work live, actually? Counteract Magic, Wowhead. 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 Counteract Magic. Okay, so you frostbolt me. I dispel myself. And now I take 10% more healing. So if you frostbolt me again, and just keep frostbolting me. Yeah, if you just keep putting debuffs on me of some sorts that I can dispel, then I can keep building up a buff. So the more I dispel myself, the more healing I do. So right now, Counteract Magic is that Renew and Mist heals for 135 more if the target is affected by a magic ability. So I dispel myself, I do 10% more healing to myself. And I'm trying to survive this until I can dispel myself again. I dispel myself again. Now I do 20% more healing to myself. So you are incentivized to dispel yourself or your allies. And the more magic damage you take, the more healing you'll be able to do to that ally. So this is a focus. So you will have to apply this debuff to separate allies. But if somebody's constantly getting like hit by magic dispel, like a paladin, Hodge by the way, this could be pretty good there. I mean, 30% more healing to that party. It does make it a little bit less good because the Renew Mist used to be just a heal for everybody as long as I have a debuff. But now it's like, I think this could have a bigger payoff potentially. Yeah, this could be interesting. Okay, so after that changed. Another honor talent, Refreshing Breeze. So this apparently has been redesigned with Refreshing Breeze. What is the original version? Wowhead Refreshing Breeze. Because this has been redesigned. Increases the healing of Vivify by 20% on, and Vivify refreshes duration of Essence Fawn on heal target. So Essence Fawn is the AoE heal. So that has been designed during Soothing Mist channel. Expel Harm is healing increased by 15%. Dispels on magic, disease, or poison. Stacks each time Soothing Mist heals the target. Wait, Kren, hit me. Hit me, this is interesting. This is really cool. So while you channel, you Expel Harm, healing is increased by 15, and now it dispels. Wait, so is this your healing? Wait, could you also... Yeah, Soothing Mist. Additional will heal the Soothing Mist target, so we can heal like an ally. Yeah, so if you just dispel... Cast at me, I can dispel myself. So it's not your normal dispel. And also, the longer I channel it, the more healing it does. So you can really focus somebody down. So you can really like... just if you are playing like a channel game, this could be pretty good. Especially if you're like, let's say, just channeling someone in. Interesting, interesting. So it does have a ramp. How good does it heal? Like, I'm just healing myself. So it goes to like, what, 485 to about 1,000 if it crits. Expel Harm. Oh, it's Expel Harm healing. Oh, it's just Expel Harm healing. So you can channel it, pre-channel it, bam, big heal. That's pretty neat. That's actually pretty neat. So it's just Expel Harm healing though. But it heals you and your ally. Probably should be good in twos, I would imagine. Interesting. Make a big wall with 2-3 mages. That could be really toxic in PvP, dude. Big walls, man. Okay, cool. That is neat. Okay, what else is there? Essence Font has been redesigned. Eminence. Okay, Eminence has been redesigned. So Eminence is this. What is the original Eminence? Eminence Monk ability. Bobhead, Eminence, Untitled Shadowlands. So this is the PTR version. I'm not looking at the PTR version of this ability. I'm looking at the live version. Transcendence. Is this still PTR version? I think it is. So Eminence PvP channel has been resigned. Transcendence transfer cannot be cast while stunned, and its cooldown decreased by 15 seconds. If cast while not stunned. Oh, okay. Interesting. Surgeon Mist PvP talent has been removed. Wait, let's go to Icy Veins. Because Icy Veins, I think, will have like honor talents from the monks right now, don't they? Want it? Wow. And go to PvP and go to Mystery Monks. Talents. I'm gonna just make sure we read the original version of that on talent. Eminence reduces the cooldown of your Transcendence by 20 seconds. Okay, so this makes it more interesting. That's what it is. Okay. So, Grant, can you get on a character that can stun? Can you get on your Hunter and bring him over here? Is that a possibility? Because the two of them work around stuns. Dematerialize and Eminence. Because Eminence can use while you're stunned. This could be good for escapes. And its cooldown is reduced if you are not stunned when you use it. That could also be good for mobility in general. This could be really neat. Okay, Kren, do you have a monk you can take to PTR? Yes or no? And this seems like a monk talent only. So this isn't for Windwalkers or anything. It's only a... Oh, this seems like a Mystery Monk talent only, not a Windwalker or Brewmaster one. Which is interesting. That's a pretty big buff for Mystery though. I wonder if that'll be enough to make him better in PvP, because you seldom see monks in PvE or PvP. Like, you see them from time to time, but they are rare. In comparison to all the other healers. Like, maybe they're really good at the top end, and maybe they're really not bad, but general WoW population just doesn't play them, really. Do you have a hunter? I don't have a monk. Anything with a stun works. Just need something to stun me to try these talents. Yeah, hunters have a stun, warriors have a stun, death knights have a stun, warlocks have a stun, priests have a stun, rogues have a stun, Demon Hunters have a stun. Anything that's max level that you have that has a stun. Druids have a stun. Yeah, anything max level that isn't a mage has a stun. Could you copy them over to PTR and bring them here? Or I could go meet that character wherever they are. Yeah, I could just go meet you. Like, I just make it easy for you. Do you know anything about Outlaw changes for patch 9.1? We haven't had any Outlaw changes so far. As soon as we have some, I'll cover them. But it doesn't look like WoW's gotten big updates yet. There's a raid achievement to reunite Miraz and Buttons. Wait, whoa. Let the Torghast and turn into a meme. Now they get to be a raid achievement. That's right. The new raid once again reunite Miraz and Buttons. This time the achievement, name a better duo. I'll wait. The Sanctum nomination is set in Torghast, so it's a natural fit. The achievement has an attainable or normal difficulty or higher. It requires you to reunite a pair before defeating the boss Taragru. Yo, that's kind of cool. An achievement where you can reunite Miraz and Buttons. That's neat. I'm sorry about that, boys. So they're adding a new way for you to increase the legendary of your item level of your Legos, not through the same Soul Ash system. Hopefully this will override, like you just make it a base Lego, like a base version, and then you use this item on it just to give it a new item level. It seems you need the Progean fragment. No Soul Ash appears to be tied to this item. Okay, so maybe you don't need to get Soul Ash anymore. You just need to get Progean fragments somehow. Farm up Progean fragments and craft the items in order to create a vestige of origins. It looks like you could do it as a jewel crafter, blacksmith, or leatherwork and entailer to buff up Legos. And it doesn't seem like all the other materials are all that expensive. I don't know what these are for jewel crafting. I guess those are base gems. These are pretty easy to get though, so I'm gonna guess these are easy to get as well. It takes 20 for blacksmith though. Oh, these things are going to be hard to get. I mean, he needs 20. These things might not be difficult to get then. That's pretty cool. Try to be told to reroll sub for PvP by people in rated games. I just wouldn't listen to them then, my guy. Yeah, people always tell me like, why are you playing Survival Hunter? Reroll. Why are you playing Outlaw? Reroll. And I've been told that for as long as I've been playing WoW, because I've always been enjoying the off-meta specs. I don't know, if there's something I like about a spec, I'll play it. Sometimes it ends up being off meta, sometimes it's meta. Like Outlaw Rogues were really strong back in BFA for keys. I played Outlaw Rogue for everything though. Raids, keys, PvP. But like, I just like the Combat Rogue playstyle, and I like the Outlaw playstyle. Just play what you like in the end. Dude, I had a clip recorded the other day of a priest saying, wait, what spec are you? I was like, Outlaw. When I'm trying to queue some arenas. And it was like, ha! Outlaw is terrible. Why would you play Outlaw? Just play sub. And he kept spamming me, play sub, play sub. And I just found a random shaman to queue with, and I queued into the priest. And I was like, yeah, I guess I should play sub, smiley face, once I beat him. Like, his Sandra God just slapped. I don't know what happened. His Sandra must have had no verse or something. And he was just like, you know what? Well, subtlety is still... And I'm like, I don't care, dude. I'm not listening. Same, I enjoyed the off meta. You should play off meta. Like... Just look at the logs, look at the info. Like, if you are trying to go for, like, rank 1, world first, like, literally world first to reach the highest ranking ever, then you should be playing the best spec, the best racial, the best covenant, the best gear, best stats, best Lego, best literally everything. If you're trying to be literally limit world first, or literally rank 1 in Mythic Pluses, or rank 1 Gladiator. But dude, the day when I saw somebody at the beginning of Shadowlands playing Shadow Priest as a Night Fate before it became meta at 2800 is when I was like, you know what, you can play anything. You could literally play anything at this point. I don't think it matters. You could literally play anything. Because at the time, people didn't consider Night Fate Shadow Priest all that good. Until people figure out the Legos and stuff. Maybe that guy knew something we didn't. But it's like, okay, well, everybody considers it bad. Everybody considers it a meme. And this guy's playing it. Like, anything is viable. And there's people that played Mist River, Venthyr to Gladiator to like... At this point, you play whatever you wanna. Like at that point, the class is a crutch. The class is literally a crutch. Let me see where Kryn is on her hunter. Maybe I can go meet her. Or maybe she's on a flight path already. Is she on Orbos? Okay, we can maybe go... I guess she can fly to Hero's Rest, right? Yeah, I say play what you like, man. Just ignore it. Just play what you like. Just as long as you're improving as a player and you're having fun with your class, like, what else? These other things don't really matter, or don't really seem to matter that much. Or it could be Dal and be the combat rogue in top 10 parses for rogues, it will be assassin. Or it could be Dal and be the only combat rogue in top 10 parses for rogues when you roll assassin. Have I parsed that high ever? I've had some good parses here and there, but I don't remember parsing that high. Like, what raid was it? I've had some good parses where I was like, wait a second, hold on, is that my name at the top? Interesting. But I never really cared to make it a competition or try to parse super hard. Keep the streams going, bro. Thanks so much, Edis. We'll probably end the stream in a bit because I got a raid tonight. I'm just getting some footage with Kren. Able to take a look at the talents so I can make a video for it later. I'm really excited, man. Hope they updated for PvP. Yeah, I think rogues are still going to have some updates for our honor talents. I don't think we're done with them yet. Hopefully they give every spec in the game some updates to honor talents because we haven't even seen all the legendaries yet. Last X-Spec, you were top 5 and the only outlaw? Really? I need to go look at those logs. I'm pretty sure those... Maybe at some point I might have been while progging. I think at some point I might have achieved that. Because everybody were assass. But I'm pretty sure like people went in and parsed the hell out of it with corruption. So pretty sure it's buried. But maybe at some point I was. Well, I got to 1800 CR in RBGs, which is what I do most of the time. But now my guild says I won't be able to push. And they will take me to RBGs. But oh well, it's not a big deal. Wait. I got to HCR and RBGs, which is what I do most of the time. But then my guild says I won't be able to push and they won't take me. Really? Yo, your guildies sound like... so much for guildies, man. So much for the camaraderie. Like, I guess as long as you're not a detriment to the team. Like, don't... Outlaw rogues have a bug in the game right now, even. That, at least that's what I heard. That apparently it forces out of stealth just because you're an outlaw. So you will never be capped with a flag by another rogue. You will see rogues before... Like, you could actually go and sap rogues and cap flags. You will literally get them out of stealth just because you're there. There's some kind of a bug in there right now, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. I've seen outlaw rogues pushing like 2400 in RBGs, so... Maybe it goes just not believers. Probably back right before I took my break 2 weeks. You could just buy corruptions. Yeah. I guess maybe before you could... Maybe before then I got lucky. Alright, so let's do this. So I'm going to try out the one of these talents. I'm going to try Dematerialize. Into mist while stunned, reducing damage taken by 40%. Okay, so you actually have a damage reduction as a monk now. So when you get stunned like by a rogue, you'll have a buff for Dematerialize, right? So Kren, go ahead and stun me. Maybe we're going to see this buff. This could be really good when rogues try to go you, because monks are usually pretty squishy. So this will give you a nice defensive. So you can be more out in the open or make more ballsy moves, more bigger plays. I don't know if it worked. I don't think that worked. Demon tries into mist while stunned, reducing damage taken by 40%. I didn't see any kind of buffs apply. So I don't really know if that's a thing. Eminence we could test though. Eminence we'll be able to test. Okay, so let me know when you have a stun back up, Kren. Sorry, boys, for the cough. Because the stun should be about a minute cooldown, right? I should be able to port with a stun. Hold on, can I put it back here? Okay, so let's do it like this. We'll put it back here. And we'll walk over where the Kren is. And as long as we have access to our Transcendence, we should be able to port. Have fun while I play out. The rogue's my passion. I won't be swapping. There you go, my guy. If you like a spec and you really want to, you know, get super good at it, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Do I want to do higher CR and RBGs? Yeah, of course, but not a major deal because I'm not swapping for my favorite spec. Hey, man, you put your foot in the ground. You know, you made your line in the sand. Now sticking to it is going to be important too. I like that though. Perseverance, and you're like, okay, you know what? This is how I'm gonna live my life. Made the decision. It's up? Okay. Okay, go ahead, tag me. Go ahead. I should be able to stun with it. Or teleport with it while I'm stunned. Does it remove my stun? No, I'm still stunned, but it does move me. This is really cool. So you could deny a rogue stuns, or like say against a hunter, stun into a freezing trap, you could deny that too. It doesn't look like Dematerialize works at all, but Eminence works. Eminence actually should give you a shorter cooldown with transference. Yo, Vince, my man. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you, my man. Yo, you don't have to do that, my guy. Can we get a hashtag Vince in chat, boys? Thanks so much, my guy. I appreciate you, my dude. Vince Lingo, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much, my man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. You really didn't have to. My man. With a big old thank you gift. Thank you, man. Thank you. So with Eminence, I should also have a 30-second cooldown with Transcendence, right? No. Okay, so that part doesn't work. So it partially works. Cooldown reduced by 50 seconds if you are not stunned. Can be cast while you're stunned. So it doesn't reduce the cooldown properly. Okay, so Dematerialize doesn't seem to work at all. Maybe it's because of Eminence it doesn't work. Okay, Kren, next time you have a stun. Next time you have a stun, go ahead and stun. I want to see if the stun thing works. It doesn't look like it does. It doesn't give me a buff, so I can't tell if I'm taking more damage or less damage. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking more or less damage. I don't think Eminence Dematerialize works right now, but that would be really good counter rogue play. I like that though. Monk's got some cool stuff though, dude. That's a lot of honor towns for monks. This is probably the most honor towns I've gotten in ever. Lots of changes. I don't know if any of these are good. What's up, Subway? Hi to my man. Yeah, and then with rogues, we tried the healing thing with Athaman before, so we already have footage for that. Priest with Master Spell. That's the only one we don't have yet. Is Priest and Master Spell talent. Okay, let me hop on a Priest real quick. And I'll bring him over here. With a Master Spell. Symposium. Now, Priest Man. I guess I was gonna try Chad, but that didn't work. Is Unholy DK good right now? For PvE, yes. For PvP, I don't really see a lot of them. They're really not bad for PvE content, though. Where's my sandwich? Just level the monk from 16 to 48 in a day. I don't even know what to do. Get him to max level, man. You're really close to 50, and then you can start the Shadowlands grind, and then you have a monk. You might as well finish it, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the Gorok, thanks so much, Vince. I appreciate you, my guy. I got a bit of a headache, dude. I probably didn't have enough water. I have water here. What am I doing? So what's up with the Imp Master Spell? I think they removed it. I don't know if Imps ever had... If they did have a Master Spell, it looks like Singe Magic is removed. Singe Magic has been removed completely. Okay, this is going to take me a bit to fly to Kren, but I think I could do it. I think it's worth. Kren, I'm on my way. It's going to take me a bit, but I'm on my way. I'm also lower level than you are, but this is the highest level priest that I have. So, level 53. We lost an honor talent in the Shadowed Priest tree. We got improved Master Spell for all specs, but Lasting Plague is gone. There you go. Master Spell cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds and its mana cost increased by 30 seconds. Oh, wait, what? But its mana cost and its mana cost reduced. Okay, so you have a shorter cooldown, lower mana cost. So you should be able to dispel more often. This could be useful maybe against hunters with traps, but that's about all I can think of. I just need to get into PvP combat to activate the honor talents. That or turn on war mode, and I think just activating duel is gonna be faster. Just insane, just go Zendalar, you could do that. 60 to 48 in a day, I can allow 30 to 35 in a day, I get bored so quick. Just do some BGs, or dungeons too. I saw the skill but no description. Yeah, so it looks like the Imp Warlock ability for Singe Magic has been removed. They have Fell Obelisk, which is a new one. Call Fell Lord has been buffed. Singe Magic has been removed completely. Maybe it's because you don't run Imp as a demonology ever, right? You can run Succubus for a shadow build, but outside of that, you probably wouldn't really. Maybe good on RBGs? Potentially, yeah. So less mana wasted more often? Yeah, it could potentially be good on RBGs. This is for old priests, so I think at RBGs it could be good. Just to remove buffs and debuffs. You might be able to use it more aggressively. In arenas, maybe you could use it against polymorphs more aggressively and traps. And I don't know what's going on with this. What is going on with this mount, dude? It's like moving and dropping. It's almost like someone is fly hacking back in the day. That looks funky. Improved Master Spell Priest. Yeah, so the Imp Dispel. Yeah, this is a Master Spell. I guess my Worm looks a little weird too. He's flying upwards, but I think it's normal. Because technically the Bastion Zone is a little bit above Ouroboros. It's like on a different shelf. Okay, so this could be alright. They removed that Devouring Plague one, which extended the duration of a DP, and then you could really roll hard into it too. Which kind of sucks. Maybe it's nobody played it, or maybe it was way too strong. Either way. I know that people play Thoughtsteel. A Greater Fate is really strong. People play Void Origins. Driven to Madness can be good. Mind Trauma can be okay. Siphon could also be pretty good. I don't know if that one was that good though. You need to ask M. Bonnie if that one was good at all. I wish I had M. Bonnie on Discord. How do I not have him on Discord, dude? Class Devs by proxy. 9-1 be like, well, maybe you're not in PvP. Maybe not in PvP. Also, I'm really tiny. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, here. Hey, how are you, beautiful? So let me just duel you. Don't hit me. You will hit me harder than I hit you. I'm just trying to mask the spell. Hey. How are you? Okay, so improved Master Spell. Master Spell cooldown is reduced to 15 seconds. What? Wait, I thought it was by 15 seconds. Hold on. So I attack you with PvP and Master Spell. 15-second cooldown. 30-second mana reduction. Wait, this could be really good. You could really get aggressive with Master Spells. I mean, I know most people really Master Spell like bubbles off paladins and ice blocks, but like if you want to dispel your whole group as a Shadow Priest, you could be super annoying. As a Warlock trying to dot your whole group, you're just not letting dots do anything. And it doesn't cost much mana. As long as you're not having to shield yourself that much with Power Word Shield, it reduces it to 15 seconds, not by 15 seconds, to 15 seconds. So like, yeah, you can just keep dispelling in Master Spell, and it's only like as long as I have 30% mana, I think is all I need. Mana cost reduced. So how much mana do you need? Okay, so you need more than 45% mana. So okay, let's see exactly how much. So mana wise, like 40% mana. As long as you have 40% mana, you can use the spell. So as long as you're not Power Word shielding, or as long as I guess you might be able to Power Word shield yourself and allies. But as long as you're not spamming like dispel magic that much, or having to cleanse allies too much. Yeah, as long as you're a little bit careful with your mana, you can just massively do this over and over. You should get the conduit that reduces the cost even more. You are right. You are right. What is that conduit? I really don't know what it is. I'm on a low level character. What is that conduit called? Wowhead PvE guides. Hold on. We can find it on a Wowhead PvE guide. This is how I usually look at my stuff if I'm looking like for guides. If I'm looking for like conduits, Wowhead usually has a full list of them. I don't care how you get how you guys feel about Wowhead guides. Some of you guys like them, some of you don't. If you look at the conduits, I have a full list here. So Covenant potency stuff, endurance. It'll be utility. Yeah, so you can reduce the mana cost by 20%, even more. So you can really have it cost nothing. Dispel, purify, so you can be a dispel priest. That's kind of nuts. Wait, this could be really good. Wait, you can just master spell. You could be super annoying to the enemy team with that. That's kind of nuts. Wait, this is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna throw a Shadow Fiend at you. Can you trap it? I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Could you? Okay. I'm gonna throw a Shadow Fiend at you. If you can trap it, that'd be great. Here we go. Shadow Fiend. Hit it with a freezing trap. I'm gonna dispel it. Massive spell. Get back in there. You will never get a trap off. My healer or whoever will never get a freezing trap, dude. 50% mana reduction. Yeah, that's awesome. This is funny. This is not a Maximo Priest, so I can't test the conduit, but once he is, dude, yes, this is gonna be great. I also need to switch this guy back to Ventier. You guys voted for a Ventier Priest, so I gotta do that. I want to try Kyrian, and maybe we'll be able to try Kyrian at one point. I might end up doing that quest so I can switch Kyrian whenever I want him. But I'm gonna try Ventier. And maybe I'll try the Covenants in the future. I really want to try Kyrian at some point, though. Go eat? Yeah, I probably should go eat. Yo, we got a lot of footage, man. We gotta try legendaries next time. No stream tomorrow, boys. Your head hurts? My head does hurt, yeah. So we're gonna call it there, boys. Thank you guys so much for coming by. A raid stream later tonight. Gonna be a quick sludge kill. And then hopefully pretty quick SLJ kill. Be there to root for me. And hope that we get to kill our bosses tonight, boys. Alrighty? You guys take it easy. Have this is a good one. I got a priest. Yo, that seems really strong with Ticks, huh? I think that the fact that it's like 15 seconds could be really cheesy. I feel like there's something you could abuse there. But yeah, thank you boys so much for coming by. Really do appreciate you all. You guys have yourselves a good one, and I'll see you guys all Friday. So either tonight for duel, or for not duels. Tonight for a raid, or Friday for duels. How does that sound, boys? You guys take it easy. Kyrian is good for M plus pushing. I wanted to try Kyrian because there's not a lot of Kyrian, but you guys voted for Ventier, so I'm gonna go back to Ventier. That's what this guy was originally, a Ventier priest. Gonna put up a vote, put up a poll, and you guys get to decide. And I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll try Ventier for a bit, give it a go, play it, and then maybe try Kyrian after. I don't want to be swapping the renown much. I might want to try that stuff for later in future updates, like 9.1 or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by. I really do appreciate all of you. I'll see you boys all next stream, either tonight or Friday. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I hate you, but baby, you're still